Starshine. How are ya? What's happening, hot stuff? There is something sticky on this microphone. And Adam is out of here. It's still on my finger. Little Dirtfoot to get us into the show, as we like to do. Enjoy the boys from Dirtfoot as often as we can. This is the Tim Fletcher Show on this Thursday, September 27th, 2018. It is a crisp 64 degrees outside. Feels fantastic. Had no problems with it, do you, Hester? The early riser portion of the Tim Fletcher Show is brought to you by Sports World, your local uniform professional since 1973. Maybe they could fit someone into a Cub uniform for these last 4 games that looks and hits like Chris Bryant from last year. If you've got a uniform need, you've got a need to get to 8809 Jewella in Shreveport, Louisiana. That, my friends, will take you right on the doorstep of expert help from the fine folks at Sports World. You can reach us on the Tim Fletcher Show by calling the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline, 320-1130, 320-1130. MudbugsHockey.com for your ticket schedule needs. And, of course, you can drop us a line on the old Bayou Bellways Trash text line, 318-GUY-PILE, 318-489-7453. 318-489-7453. Whoop, whoop. Glad to have you along here with us. Got all kind of fun stuff in the store, but first, and Adam, I don't know if you're ready for this, buddy, but I've got something special. Here we go. Cue up the band. Let's do this the right way, shall we? This SEC update is brought to you by Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street in Shreveport. They're open hump day to holy day. The SEC update. How about the SEC schedule for the week? Kicking off at 11 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Top-ranked Alabama taking on Lafayette or Louisiana. Which one do they like to be called again, Adam?
They prefer Louisiana.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Arkansas and Texas A&M on ESPN at 11 a.m. Tennessee visits Georgia on CBS at 2:30. The 3 o'clock games include Southern Miss at Auburn. Tennessee State at Vanderbilt. Both of those games are on the SEC network, so that probably means that someone's going to be on an alternate, obviously. At 5 o'clock, it's Florida at Mississippi State. The Dan Mullen Bowl. We'll get into those games as the day wears on. South Carolina at Kentucky in what could be the most important game of the day in the SEC. That game is also on the SEC network. And, of course, it finishes up 8 o'clock with about an 8:05 kick. Ole Miss at LSU on ESPN, but you can listen to it right here on 1130. The Tiger. This SEC update was brought to you by Red River Brewing. They're open from hump day to holy day. Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street. How you like them apples?
Fancy. That's why you were here yesterday? All day?
All day.
Nice. Look at you. Good work done.
How you like that, huh?
It's very good.
Puff came through in the clutch for us.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
He's a good dude.
Yes, he is.
How are you doing there, Adam Hester?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm all right, man. It's football day.
Yeah.
A lot of football day, to be honest with you. There's a big NFL game tonight.
Yep.
Let's not forget that.
A couple of important high school games also.
Very important high school games. The shoe is on the other foot this year for District 1 4A.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, Northwood was trying to stop Benton from being the unbeaten kings of the castle. King of the castle, king of the castle, king of the castle. This year, Benton is trying to be the one trying to knock off Northwood.
Right.
And it's interesting. We've got Jim Gatlin on with us this morning at 6:30.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Can't go wrong with that. And, of course, Bird and Shreve, combined record 7-1.
Mm-hmm.
Very important game.
Two very good defenses.
Two very good defenses that have been out there statistically. You look at what they've done. I don't know what defensive stat you look at most, but Adam, to me, the one that stands out the most is points against. That's a biggie.
Typically how you determine winners and losers.
Yeah, and so they both are pretty good at not giving up a whole lot of points. That's going to be interesting because we'll have both of those coaches on with us tomorrow during our first choice personnel coaches conversation. So all kind of interesting stuff. And, of course, the NFL, you've got the Rams and the Vikings tonight. Baseball, there's huge games all around. The Cubs take on the Pirates to finally get to the same number of games as the hated Brewers. If the Cubs lose tonight, they're even Steven with Milwaukee heading into the final 3 games of the season. I don't understand this. How do the Cubs end up playing the Cardinals in the final 3 games, and the Brewers are playing an interleague series with the stinking Tigers?
It's luck of the draw.
I think that it's absolutely a conspiracy theory to take down the Cubs.
So you're saying that Major League Baseball wants to keep the Chicago Cubs out of the playoffs?
And the Brewers in.
Yes.
The national following for Christian Yelich and the Brewers is just gaining a lot of steam.
As much as I might like to see the Milwaukee Royals or the Kansas City Brewers do well in the postseason, they have a lot of old Royals. I don't think that's probably the case.
So you're saying it's just a bad set of luck?
Typically the Brewers have faded away by this point in years past.
Yeah, they kept hanging in there like a hair on a biscuit this time around, didn't they?
So they faded away and then reemerged.
Well, it didn't help that the Cubs couldn't put them away, and then maybe the Cubs' second or third best player gets suspended, whatever you want to call it.
At least you know you're in, though.
Yeah, they are in for the 4th straight year, and I am not complaining, but boy, how are the A's and the Yankees? Is that game going to be in New York?
Right now, the Yankees are a game and a half better. So, as of right now.
Oh, that'd be nice if the game was in Oakland and Oakland could win. Although, my gosh, who's got the postseason? TBS, Fox, both?
Both.
Are they about to faint out of excitement of the Yankees-Red Sox possibility in the first round? My gosh.
Yeah. That's TBS, I believe.
They may stick the Indians-Astros series on, like, HGTV. It may be pay-per-view like Army in Oklahoma. They might say, okay, look, we're going to put the Red Sox Yankees on Fox, TBS, TNT, True. Is TNT still a thing? Yeah, TNT.
Yeah. We know drama.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So that's all going on. What's happening in your world, by the way? I haven't asked you anything about your life today.
Nobody needs to,
Okay.
Nobody knows. Nobody cares.
Oh, everyone does.
This is not that big of a deal.
Captain Insano said yesterday that the Astros are back-to-back division champs. Yes, they are. Also from last night, when a defender sacks the quarterback, it's obvious that the intent is to injure them. Going into the old roughing the passer penalties that are plaguing the league right now, Adam Hester, plaguing the league.
Was he being sarcastic?
I don't know. I think so, maybe. Because I don't know how you gauge the intent of somebody. But
I don't know about that.
I'm a little on the confused side on that one. We've got picks, and more picks. Of course, we want to remind you guys that the fine folks over at Bankroll Bets have been off to a stellar start so far this season. Since they've been with us, they have been on a tear. It has nothing to do with being with us.
I think it does.
Well, okay, it is. It's all us.
It's a partnership.
It is. They're getting the word out, and so, man, they are working those algorithms even harder. And so last week they were 4 for 4 in their bonus picks that they provided us here on the show to give to you, the listeners. No scam decappers, no emotion, No BS. It's BankrollBets.com, a technologically advanced artificial intelligence system that is programmed to discover winners. You can visit their website, BankrollBets.com, and inquire. Get the 3-day pass, the 7-day pass, a 30-day pass, a year-long pass. It's not a bad deal. Now remember, they don't take bets on this site. There's no gambling on the site. It is for entertainment and informational purposes only, obviously, Adam.
Yes.
So don't take this for something.
It's just for fun. It's for laughs.
It's for fun, kicks and giggles.
Yeah.
Just a couple of dudes who just are like, hey, you know what would be funny? Let's start trying to pick the winners against the spread of some NFL and college football and Major League Baseball and NBA games and just see how we do. Oh, by the way, a little over 70% winners last year in the NFL and off to a flying start this year. BankrollBets.com. No scam decappers. Remember that, Adam.
Yes.
Because we're all under the ruse of possibly being just taken to the cleaners by some scam decappers.
I feel like they should trademark that.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But that might cost them money, and we want that money to make sure it stays with us.
True.
So, if they can do it for free, I'm all for it.
Yes.
You know how that goes. Who do you like tonight, by the way, in the Rams-Vikings, since it doesn't matter with our survivor pools anymore?
Is that in Los Angeles?
I think it is in Hollywood, yeah.
I like the Rams.
I like the Rams as well. I like the home teams in these type of situations, and I like the Vikings having to go a short week with wounds already kind of.
Yeah.
I think they're already complaining about having to travel on a short week.
Naturally.
That's Zimmer. He likes to complain.
I like in these kind of games that are really close on paper. You know, a lot of really good players on defense for both these teams.
Mm-hmm.
When everything kind of comes down to it, who's the home team and who has Todd Gurley? That's a good way to break that tie.
That's not a bad way to look at it. In this instance, Adam, it just so happens that it's the Rams. In both instances, they are the home team, and they happen to have Todd Gurley. And that's why they are a 7.5-point favorite tonight at home against the Vikings.
7.5?
That's a lot of points, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah, Vikings go from being a 16.5-point favorite to a 7.5-point dog.
I guess enough people, maybe they lost their shirt on the whole Bills thing, so maybe they're being. It's like I tell you what, here's 3 more points.
We'll do anything we can to get you guys back on the Viking bandwagon.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably, if I were in southern Nevada or southern Mississippi or on the coast there of the Gulf of Mississippi, I probably would take the Vikings getting 7.5 points. That makes pretty good sense.
That's a lot of points for a game like that.
Yeah. Tim Fletcher Show, 11:30 The Tiger with Adam Hester wearing his Beach Van Budden jersey.
Gesundheit.
Of course, Christian Pulisic is a member of the Beach Van Budden soccer
Sports
team.
World, your local uniform
I forgot we hold on.
8809 Juella.
All right, we'll back around to this.
1880.
Introducing Landers Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the biggest epic battle of the century in the world forever.
It's Tom Hofflinger standing by with Trey Connor McRogers. Connor, some of our competitors are complaining that we're bullying them with our low prices during Ram Power Days.
Tom, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I want to take this time to apologize to absolutely nobody. We're going to keep beating them with our 22.898 trucks over and over and over again. They're just a bunch of fanboys, Tom.
That's right, Connor. We're going to keep selling brand new 2018 Ram 1500 full-size 4-door truck for just $22,898.
Save so much you can rock Gucci mink like me.
Now stop by Landers during Ram Power Days, I-220 in Benton Road in Bossier City.
And remember, if it doesn't say Landers, you probably paid too much.
Welcome to Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, where every dish starts from scratch. Fresh ingredients bring our food to life. Mouth-watering cuisine, unique flavors, and we're always more than happy to share our Southern charm and culture. A love of life, family, food, friends, fun, sports, and celebrations. Walk-Ons. It's game day with the taste of Louisiana.
Pros in the know start with Lowe's, because at Lowe's, pros save on the products and brands they need to keep properties updated and ready to turn. Right now, you can get up to 35% off select appliance special values. Plus, you can save big on a GE Appliances White Kitchen Suite, now only $13.34 for savings of $272. Stop by the Pro Desk today to learn more. So, Pro, now that you know, start with Lowe's. Appliance special values valid through 10/17. GE Appliances offer valid through 9/28. Exclusions apply. See store for details. U.S. only.
At Robert Half, we know finding the right employees is a job in itself, and it's a job we love. You see, Robert Half isn't just a staffing firm, we're people. People who believe in finding the right people to fit your company's needs. Because employees who are a good fit are more productive, more engaged. Finding a great candidate isn't easy, but at Robert Half, we know it's possible. Robert Half, the experts in accounting, finance, IT, legal, marketing, and administrative staffing. Learn more at roberthalf.com/radio.
You know what really stinks? When stinky odors cling to your clothes. Ever leave sweaty clothes in a gym bag overnight?
Oof.
Or reach for that bath towel that's not quite as clean as it looks? Oof. Fortunately, there's Arm & Hammer plus OxyClean with Odor Blasters detergent. It eliminates tough odors and blasts away the oof, leaving nothing but Try Odor Blasters from the odor control experts at Arm & Hammer. The clean you need at a fraction of the cost. Per load versus the leading detergent.
Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser.
11:30, The Tiger.
Welcome back, everybody. 11:30 The Tiger. Tim Fletcher Show with you here on this fantastic day. Glad to be with you on this Thursday, September 27th. Yeah.
It's almost October. Oh, good God. All right.
It'll be October like this weekend, huh? Monday? Will Monday be the first?
Is that the first? We have a calendar that's like 4 years old over there, huh?
When is Friday's the 28th, Saturday, Sunday. Monday's the 1st of October.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly. That's staggering.
That's nuts is what it is. Good goobly goo. Will we know enough by then, by Monday, when we come back in here and reconvene after the weekend, will we know enough about college football, NFL, to really start forming opinions on what the postseason will look like? High school football, I think we'll have a pretty good idea.
Yeah, you might be right. Because we're some people are playing district game number 2 this week.
Yeah, they're halfway through the season after this week.
I mean, power rankings change so much.
Right.
But we know that Evangelo is going to be in the playoffs.
Yes.
We know Bird's going to be in the playoffs.
And I'm pretty sure Haynesville and Logansport are in.
And as long as Calvary is better than one team in their division, they're in the playoffs.
Loyola will be in the playoffs. Let's go to the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. Good morning. Thanks for calling. How you doing today?
Hello?
Hey, what's going on?
It's old Grish.
Hey, Grish, how you doing?
What in the world happened to Hampton? Where is he?
He's not here. He's got a family health issue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just didn't know. I thought maybe you'd run him off.
Oh, I wouldn't do that, so
no.
we're
He's propped you up for plenty of years, hasn't he?
Oh, I know. Where would I be without Rogers Hampton?
Is that why Cupcake was here yesterday?
Yeah.
Alexander's in a bind. He broke both feet.
What?
Who did? Ronnie Alexander?
Yeah, he was coaching and down in one area, and they were throwing long passes, and 2 of them came over, and the pass got over in his head, and they ran into the bottom of his legs.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
He's got a boot on one, and the other one, they said just time will take care of it. So
we'll ask Ron.
I thought he was a tough guy.
I'm not going to tell him.
I mean, yeah, certain things can be helped.
Yeah, it's going to be slow healing because he's kind of like me. He's long in the tooth. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I get it. Well, we'll ask Bachman about that when we see him
when we chat with him this morning at around 7:30 or so.
God, both feet.
Oh boy, that's bad news.
But I've been taking care of him, so he'll mend up and be back.
Keep those veggies coming.
All right, tell Hampton I'm thinking about him.
I will, buddy. Thanks, Krish.
All right, partner.
See you, man. There you go. Krish.
Yeah, that's one of those fears. All those years on the sideline, especially if you're at a place with like a narrow sideline, like Oklahoma State, that kind of like where it's like, all right, don't turn sideways, or just kind of face the field.
Like the old Coshada gym. You try to shoot a basketball game in there, like, I don't think I can stand here. This does not look like it's good for me.
Right.
I'm on the field. I'm on the court. My feet are touching inbounds right now. So I don't think I should be right here necessarily. Let's see. We didn't know this yesterday morning, but Drew Brees, NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Not a shock. How's this for some bad news, though? The Saints can't seem to, pardon the pun here, catch a break. You see who's limited in practice for the Saints yesterday?
Alvin Kamara, maybe?
Questionable for the game on Sunday.
Not Kamara, huh?
Alvin Kamara.
Oh, boy.
And Cam Jordan.
Oh, boy.
Now, questionable on Wednesday doesn't mean not playing on Sunday.
No.
But he was a limited participant. What I am hoping here, Adam, because I am a Saints fan and because Alvin Kamara is the guy who absolutely kind of drives my team.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this is one of those deals where Sean Payton is like, hey, we're working you to death. 31, 32 touches last game.
Yeah.
How about we just kind of let you walk around a little bit, no contact.
Right.
But there were a lot of limited participants on the Saints practice field yesterday.
I got no issue with Kamara sitting out a couple of days. We know what that guy's going to do.
What does he need to practice for?
We know what he's going to do.
How about getting Gillisley to learn how to hold on to the football?
Jeez, I cannot believe he's still on the roster.
I can't either.
Yeah.
It's one of these things where you're like, hey, how about what's the deal with Boston Scott again?
Where is Boston Scott?
He's on the practice squad.
Okay, so they did end up retaining his services.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But the Giants aren't exactly 100% healthy. The guy that I think could really cause a lot of problems for the Saints if he were playing is Evan Ingram, the tight end.
Right.
And it's I can't remember if it's a meniscus or something. It's a knee, but he is day to day. The sports doc, Dr. Chow, said that there's no way he's playing this week. It's a 4 to 6 week injury in his opinion. The Giants are saying he's week to week, game to game, day by day, by day.
And plus, Eli had a good game last week, and he's not going to have 2 in a row.
That's also a good point. Now, they do play at home. And I wonder, the Saints really haven't had to worry about a running back trying to gut them through the tackle-to-tackle, C-gap to C-gap.
Right.
Like the Giants are going to do with Saquon Barkley.
That's a good point.
We don't know what the Saints' run defense is like, to be honest.
That's what I was just going to say. We really don't. So that's a big question mark. But at least you're going up there at the right time of year also.
Correct.
You're not going to the Meadowlands in December, I don't know. The Saints should still – what's the line there?
Saints are a 3.5-point road favorite.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it's the NFL, and you never quite know, but I still feel like the Saints should probably win this.
You would think.
Yeah.
But I thought the Saints would have won the Tampa Bay game. I thought they would have blown Cleveland out. So
well, that was bad timing. That was right in the heart of Fitzmagic.
They did get swept up in the Magic Show.
Right.
And I think we learned last week that literally anybody can win anytime, anywhere in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
There's no one safe.
Question about that.
The Patriots are 1-2.
Right.
Anyone see that coming?
Crisis.
Yeah.
Should they have kept Garoppolo? Okay.
Right. Now, and apparently the Niners are going with C.J. Beathard the rest of the way. So all of you still in the survivor pool, now you've got another team to pick against. Whomever is playing the Niners.
You doubt Beathard at your own peril, sir.
I kind of do.
They really like him, the 49ers. Yeah, I remember them, talking him up last year, and then there was an article, this week like, no, he's our guy. He knows the system. He's been here, so I don't know.
They brought in Jimmy G to take care of business, not because they thought Beathard was going to be the guy.
All right.
I doubt Beathard. I am that guy. I am the doubting Beathard.
How dare you, sir?
I know. Brewer Quality Homes, the Brew Crew, taking care of business. They have got a beautiful Magnum Force Cavco home.
If people haven't seen all the Dirty Harry movies, they might hear that word or that phrase and kind of do a double take. Like, what? The what, huh?
It's the Magnum Force. He's in his Clint Eastwood phase right now, he being Donnie Brewer.
He kind of exhausted Connery.
He got through all the Sean Connery. Now he's going through the Dirty Harry. And here's the deal about these Cavco homes. One of the questions to Brewer Quality Homes is they take you through a tour through it. It's all carpeted. And someone asked, hey, can it be all wood? And, yeah, that's the deal about these Cavco homes. Go look at them on site at Brewer Quality Homes, 3830 East Texas. And if you love it, you go, oh, I love this, but I wish it had this here. Or I wish it was all wood instead of carpet in the family room and in the living rooms. They can do that. They can customize these Cavco homes for you. It's amazing. The manufactured home business is nothing like what it used to be 10, 15, 20, heck, maybe even 5 years ago, to be honest with you.
They got a whole mafia now.
They do have the
Didn't have a mafia 5 years ago, did they?
No, they didn't. Not at all.
Mover and a shaker.
Brewer Quality Homes, 3830 East Texas and Bossier City, supporting the show. When Adam and I return, we'll have the gentleman Jim Gatlin on with us right here on 1130 The Tiger. Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser. 318-843-6228. 318-843-6228. That's the customer service line for Gippsland Bank and Trust. Oh, we've had to use it a few times. And when we call, human beings answer the phone. Death to the machines. Long live the humans. That human touch, that personal touch from Gippsland Bank and Trust customer service. We have hit the time of year in Shreveport, Bossier, and surrounding areas where the last thing you need are problems with your air conditioning. AccuTemp hopes that you never have to call them, but we know things break down. You're going to need air conditioning repair or replacement. That's why you need this number, 861-2255. 861-2255. And become that next satisfied customer of AccuTemp Cooling and Heating. So often we talk Chevy Land and the beautiful new cars, trucks, and SUVs out there, and for good reason. I mean, my gosh, have you seen the Silverado? Have you seen that Camaro? I feel like we've neglected the service department. Here's what Christy J had to say. My service rep, Kenny, was very friendly and understanding, kept in touch with me, letting me know the status of my vehicle. He's knowledgeable of his job. I will recommend him to all my family and friends. He's excellent. John B. in Bossier said the service professionals did a great job. Great service at Chevyland. You know it by the feeling. 7500 Uri Drive. Sweet Nicole joins us here on 1130 The Tiger from First Choice Personnel, and she is always so good at letting us know what workers are in demand at First Choice Personnel.
Right now, Tim, I'm looking for clerical, administrative, data entry, strong data entry people right now. Any ladies, men, anyone looking for positions right now, call me, 797-7810.
Now, when you say strong, is there a minimum in the bench press they've got to have or not?
Nope, just strong clerical people. I'm looking right now.
That's what we're talking about. So you don't have to worry about maxing out your bench press. Just max out your opportunity at First Choice Personnel, 797-7810. We're a lot alike, you and I, Rogers Hampton.
And some people say that's scary.
We got birthdays that are pretty similar.
Day apart.
Guys, musical interest is pretty similar.
Very much so.
Big sports fans.
Oh, that's at the top of the list.
We like our beer cold and our frozen margaritas tasty.
Oh, that's maybe toppier of the list.
That's the toppier of the toppiest
Yes, that's
list.
the toppy of the toppest.
Beer coming out of the taps at 29 degrees.
Oh,
That's at Jimmy V's.
and it's hot outside.
Frozen margaritas that are just absolutely delicious.
And it's hot outside.
That's at Jimmy V's Fajita Factory. Old Minden Road, right next to I-20.
O'Reilly. Save on your next oil change with 5 quarts of Valvoline Max Life Motor Oil and a MicroGuard filter on sale now for the same price of Valvoline Conventional at $26.99. Extend the life of your vehicle and improve engine performance with Valvoline at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limits apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
11:30 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Sports World, your local uniform professionals since 1973. 8809 Juella, 686-1880.
You're on 11:30 The Tiger.
And welcome back, everybody. 11:30 The Tiger. I've got to listen to this whole song at some point, Nestor, because I like the little part that we hear.
Yeah, no, there's a couple of their songs that are all right.
Our little program is brought to you by the fine folks over Bayou Bell Waste, 671-9900. That's the number if you want to talk trash with C-Mac and 2 phones. Get in touch with the nicest guys you'll ever meet in the trash business. They will save you money, they'll give you better service, and there are no tricky contracts to handcuff you to the company. Hey, man, here's the deal. They like you to like them, and they're going to do their best to earn your business, keep your business, so why do they need any kind of tricky contracts to loop you in? They're good people. They'll save you money. We like them a lot. 671-9900, Bayou Bell, the nice guys who don't mind getting a little on the trashy side out there. Oh, by the way, it's time now for our first choice personnel coaches conversations. And first up on this Thursday on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline, it's the gentleman, Jim Gatlin. All right. Hey, Coach, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good this morning. How y'all doing?
We're doing all right, man. We had a chance to visit with you last Friday night after the big win over North DeSoto. Have you? You've had a chance to digest the game tape a little bit more, Coach. What did you like best about the way your team performed Friday night to go to 4-0?
Well, really, probably at halftime. We went in there. We jumped up to the lead of 14-0, and then boom, it's 17-14 at half. And honestly, this season we hadn't been in a close game at halftime, and our kids wasn't a lot of rah-rah, wasn't a lot of pep, and I'm like couldn't sort of figure out, what's going on. But I think they just sort of settled down and hunkered in and went to work. And really liked the way we came out at the second half and the adjustments the staff made and just the way the kids handled it. And were able to get back out in front pretty good and just executed the run game a little bit better the second half, and we threw the ball, more in the second half. So great adjustments by the staff, and the kids just didn't panic and just went back to work and played a great second half.
One of the things that jumps out about Luke Bogan, your quarterback, I believe he is clipping along at about a 70% completion rate. That's NFL completion rate percentages. I haven't had a chance to watch you guys in person just yet this season, Jim. That completion percentage, are there a lot of dump-offs? Are there a lot of little behind line of scrimmage tosses there? Or is this straight up legit? He's chunking the ball downfield and still completing 70% of his passes.
Yeah, he is. Tim, before the game Friday, his percentage went down Friday. They did a good job of defending what we wanted to do. But, his quarterback rating, we go on Huddle and you can get all these stats.
Right.
Before that game, his quarterback rating was 202%. I don't think I've ever seen anybody, that high. He was like 18 for 21. It was unbelievable what his percentage was. And we do throw the ball downfield. We throw tunnels and some bubbles and stuff like that too. But we're going to take our shots down the field, and obviously we have not thrown the ball as much as we did last year, just basically because he hadn't played as many ball games, as much in the games as he played last year. And defensively, we're better, and we feel like when we get these leads now that we can hold them. And in the past, we were sort of worried about, hey, we take the guys out, they're going to score in 2 plays, So he is. He's very smart, and what people don't realize is how much we put on him on where to go with the ball, the reads he gets. I mean, he doesn't know where he's going to throw the ball. When we don't say, hey, you're going to throw the ball here.
Right.
I mean, he gets pre-snap reads, and he does well, and he reads it. He's a quarterback and a coach and everything on the field. He's the smartest. He's the smartest one at execution that I've coached in my career. There's no doubt about that.
Well, there you go. That's pretty high praise there. Jim Gatlin joining us here on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. And, Coach, the emotional lead up to the North DeSoto game, the emotions were high during the game. There was so much joy, and everyone's pumped up after the game. There has got to be a natural just kind of come down after that. Are you a little concerned about not being able to get the emotional roller coaster back where you need to be for tonight's game against Benton?
Well, yes, Tim, we are. And especially in throwing in this weather, we're a day short. When you come out of a game with North DeSoto or anybody in our district, it's a physical beating, and you'd love to have an extra day to heal up and get some of the bruises and the soreness out of you. So we've had to go a little quicker, try to put more, try to do what we just. The emotional, but that's one. I'm hoping it was like that second half of that game, that there's not a lot of emotion going on, but the kids are taking it in and go to work tonight. That's what I'm hoping. But it is a concern, but when you're in district play, you got to play week in and week out, and we've had to do this year in and year out in this district. So they'll be ready to play. The hype is not, as much as it, but it's just as important a game as we had last week. So, we've got to come out focused, because we can't go out there and play a B game, because I know Benton's going to play their A game. So
yeah,
we're concerned about that. Yes, sir.
And then Benton's playing better here these last couple of weeks than they were at the beginning of the season. Rusty texted in on our Bayou Bellways Trash text line. It's a question that I think Adam had when we were talking about Luke off the air yesterday, the day before. What is the recruitment of Luke like so far?
Well, he's getting some letters and some recruitment, and Southern Miss is in pretty good. But I tell you, and we've really got to pump him and get him out there, because he didn't get to do anything this summer. He didn't get to go to the camps and stuff this summer. So that's what I'm really trying to get him out there and have these. Coach Laird from Northwestern was at our game the other day, and I mean, he had to be impressed. And he's, I don't see why these schools would. I mean, to me, we call him, Baker Mayfield. I mean, he's that type of size, he's that type of strength, he's got that type of arm, he's got that type of intelligence, and he's a winner. So I think he's going to be heavily recruited. I do think he probably took a little step back not being able to go to the camps that we wanted to take him to, coming after his sophomore year. So definitely have to hit the camp circuit, after this year. And, Tim, most time people ask, it's weird, quarterbacks and kickers, they really want to see you in person. They want to see that arm strength. They want to see that leg strength of the kicker. They see the video. They check the huddles out. They're all prepared on that. But they do want to see these guys in person and their arm strength and see where they're at and everything. But, I mean, there's so much, that he brings to the table, besides a great arm, is his intelligence of the game, and and being a coach's kid. I mean, he's been on our sideline since he was, in the 5th grade. So I mean, he's been around football his whole life, and he loves it. He loves to compete, and that's what he brings to the table, even better than his, just physical attribute. And sometimes that's hard to tell people, is what he can do mentally at a game.
If all else fails, just tell folks that are recruiting him he may be the best Bogan quarterback of all time. That's enough right there, isn't it?
It's funny though, Tim. We do, like, we've had Peyton and we've had Luke. I'm gonna tell you, the old Daddy Bogan, old Mike, when he gets out the defense, when Mike steps in and they all start mumbling, "Oh no, he's going to torch us." I think Mike's still the best one of all of them, man. I think Mike. I'm like saying, if these guys are getting recruited, they should come out here and recruit Mike, see if he's got any eligibility left, because he can chunk that football. He just gets up there without no warming up or anything, and he just starts torching our defense a little bit, man. So it's funny. And Luke and Mike, they go back and back. Bogan and Luke will be back there, and they get that ball up high, drop it down a little bit, So we do have. So when Mike steps in to simulate the other quarterback, the scouts group, we've got a good representation if it's throwing that football. I can tell you that.
And then don't forget, what is it? Mike's brother is Dustin, or
yeah, that was his brother. But he was at the game. The Bogan family, man, he's up in Arkansas, and he came down, and that I'm sure that got Luke excited and fired up. Bud came down, and the whole family was sitting up there. There was, let's see what we have: 1, 2, 3, 4 generations of Bogans up in the stands.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty slick.
Bud still may be the toughest kid that I saw play high school football.
He still looks tough too. He still looks tough. Yeah.
Don't want to get him in a dark alley, is what you're saying.
No, don't want to mess with those.
I understand that.
I think when you fight one Bogan too, you got to fight a bunch of them. So you better be ready, man.
I'm a talker, not a fighter, so I'll just stay on this side of the microphone.
I am too. I like to debate.
So we had a deal, speaking of, Coach, yesterday. My wife's always concerned about me getting enough sleep, and so I'm passing it on to all you guys. You have to kind of get the mothering as well. You get enough sleep during football season?
Hey, I go to bed about 8:30, 9 o'clock, so yes, I do. Okay. Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
So you're
I'm mad because some of my good shows on TV, Bull and NCIS, they all coming on at 9 o'clock now. Well, I can't watch them. I'm going to bed at night. So
you get up at what time?
I get up about 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here at the school most of the time about 6:15.
And every now and then Jack from Sports World's hanging out with you as well.
So, yeah, he does. Yeah.
So do you sleep on a coiled mattress, a memory foam, or you got a waterbed like Kevin McGee?
Tim, when you're my age, I sleep on a bunk bed. And I get the lower bunk. No, just the bunk beds. I think we got a memory foam, but for some reason it sort of sunk in on my side and it never puffs back up. So we must have got a cheap memory foam. We call my side the pit.
Yeah.
My side's the pit. It just never puffs back up, man.
I know the exact. Allie will say that she just ends up rolling over into me because there's a big decline wherever I am.
Yeah, yes. There's definitely. I don't know if I got to look and see what next one we buy if there's like weight limits on certain sides.
Maybe we need to look at that. Real quick, how tall is Luke? Griffin fan wants to know. He's 6 foot tall.
He's
right?
6 foot tall. He's 6 foot, about 180 pounds. And one thing, when he did have his surgery there on the shoulder, the doctor said, "Hey, he's got more growing to do." So the guy's 16 years old. So
he's still just 16.
I believe so. Yes.
Wow.
So he's got some growing to do. His dad's about 6'2".
Yeah, because Mike's 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah. So we think, and he's got, he gets a good body quick. He works hard in the weight room. We hadn't been able to do all the weightlifting stuff that he would have normally done by this time. But he'll have a great, he'll go from here and he'll go into baseball and have a great baseball season, and then we'll get him in the off season, and physically he'll be. I think by the time he graduates from here, he's going to be 6'1", 6'2", 190 pounds, and chunking it.
That's the way to do it. One more thing for you, Jim. Ping pong text in. Why is your game tonight in Green Oaks on Friday? Isn't that backwards? Northwood owns their stadium, right?
That's not how that works.
Us and Green Oaks share, and Green Oaks only has 2 home games this year. So when we were making the schedule up, we really thought this was going to be. He asked me about this being Green Oaks' homecoming game, and I said, well, I don't want to make you play your homecoming game on a Thursday. So we bumped this game to Thursday, let him have his, and they have this game. But they're not doing homecoming, but they actually bumped it up to the 2 weeks ago with their only other home game. But I imagine they're doing their senior night and stuff like that, and they probably had to have homecoming one and then the senior on the other one. So that's part tough to share. And I really, I know that's going to hurt our gate probably a little bit, especially with Shreve and Bird going on. But we just thought that was the right thing to do. Green Oaks has been good to us, so we're actually going to play them next year in a scheduled ball game, and so we.
You're going to be down.
Have the Friday game.
You're going to be down a game with Benton moving to 5A. So
and Tim, we've heard rumors. Definitely, I think Benton's going up. We've heard rumors that Bossier may be going to 3A.
Yeah, they are.
I think they are. That's what Cecilio kind of hinted at last week.
So if that happens, we gotta, we're going to have to find a game.
Yeah, y'all go from 7 teams to 8 teams to 6, right?
8 teams to 6. So it'll be balanced. Even if we lose just one, then we're going to have a bye somewhere in there between 4 and 10.
Yep.
And then, but if we lose 2, then we'll definitely have 4 open. So, that's a concern. We need to find that out as quick as we can. And the numbers go in. They actually go in Monday.
Yep.
So we'll know that and sort of see where we're at and make some predictions on that. And that's one thing I got to hype our guys up. This might be the last time we're playing Benton High School.
Sure is. Sure could be. Wow. So that's a good way to kind of fire them up.
I'll tell you one thing that you got to like about Benton too is, Coach Moore, he's just like me over here. He's blessed with some great assistant coaches, man, and I think sometimes that goes, a little unnoticed on how good you look at the staffs the teams that are clicking right now, and it's those staffs that have been together for a long time, the Haltons, the Bentons, us, and you get those great assistant coaches, boy. That's what makes your program good, and that's what Benton has also. So that's what makes them even tougher. They're going to be well coached.
I could not agree more, sir. He's the gentleman, Jim Gatlin, your head coach of the Northwood Falcons. Don't forget, game tonight at Jerry Burton Memorial Stadium right there in Blanchard, Northwood High School. It's a biggie, Benton versus Northwood, so be there or be square tonight. You're going to get a chance to go watch Luke Bogan play. Go see what it's like to see this Wunder kid out there winging it around. Coach, wish you nothing but the best tonight, buddy.
Appreciate y'all.
See you later. Jim Gatlin. Ping Pong says Gatlin is a good dude.
Oh, yeah, there's no question about that.
Gatlin is a good dude.
It doesn't surprise me that he gets enough sleep because he is, trust me, he can get fiery and he can he's got that side of him. But he was always a pretty relaxed guy.
Yeah. Even keeled.
Yeah. So that doesn't surprise me that he would be the one to actually get enough sleep.
Yeah, I like the fact that he's getting asleep. Oh, by the way, if you're not getting enough sleep because, it's too hot in your house. Well, last night you could have opened the windows, but around here you probably don't want to open the windows.
No.
Might let the burglars in.
Winged creatures flying in.
Yes. But just remember, AccuTemp, 861-2255, 861-2255. AccuTemp Cooling and Heating, 861-2255. If you're too hot, cool off with AccuTemp. You're too cool, warm up. They can take care of that as well. We'll be back with Spencer Hurd on 1130 The Tiger. Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser.
Good morning. This is Russell Hall with Bayou Bell Waste.
And this is Clint McCullough, also with Bayou Bell Waste. Russell, the other day, a great friend of mine called, said, Clint, cooler temperatures are on the way. It's time to clean out our garage. What do we do?
It's simple. Give us a call today at 318-671-9900, and we will have a dumpster brought right out to your home, put right up against the garage, and allow you to fill it up over the weekend. Call us back. We'll come back and pick it up. It's as easy as that.
Now, what's the cost on that, Russ?
$199, weekender special.
Less than $200. You can get all your stuff out of there. Give us a call at Bayou Bell Waste, 671-9900.
Or you can reach us at BayouBellWaste.com.
Donnie Brewer joining us from Brewer Quality Homes. Donnie, you guys have been in business 45 years. How have you done this?
You know, we carry an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. We have a family business that's been around forever. We hire only the best employees, the people that care more about our customers than anyone else, and we're providing energy smart homes.
3830 East Texas, Bossier City, your physical address. Brewer Quality Homes on the web. Brewer Quality Homes.
Bailey's has been voted several times the #1 repair shop in the area. It's a place that you can trust. Each piece of jewelry is inspected and worked on with the highest quality craftsmanship. Beautiful design, quality diamonds, gemstones, that's their specialty. If it's something special to you and you need it designed, Bailey's is also the place to visit. You will leave with a masterpiece that leaves her breathless. Bailey's Jewelers on East Texas Street in Bossier City.
Name a day of the week, and Daiquiri Express has got a really good deal for you, and this happens at all 5 locations. Of course, the one on Mansfield Road in front of Big Lots has the drive-through, the brand-new spot on North Market where I-49's coming through, on Uri Drive before you get to LSUS, and, of course, Shreveport-Barksdale at the base of the Barksdale Bridge, and on Pines Road near the radio station. If it's Sunday, happy hour from 4 till 8. Monday, happy hour starts early at 3. Tipsy Tuesday, $2 Jell-O shots. On Wednesday, buy one, get one free all day long. Everybody else, it's happy hour 4 to 7, no matter what day it is, at Daiquiri Express.
Chill and Hill Cryotherapy Spa. Go see them, 460 Ashley Ridge, Suite 600 in Shreveport. It's the place to be, man. If you're on the wrong side of 30 like I am and you're still doing the sports thing, still playing indoor soccer like I am, I got to be there. Whether it's the Normatec, the cryotherapy, that's the stuff that I'm into. But they've got other stuff as well. Cryo shaping. They've got memberships that are available for purchase as well. Go see them. Chill and Hill Cryotherapy, 460 Ashley Ridge, 798-4325.
Sports World, your local uniform professionals since 1973. 8809 Juella, 686-1880.
1130 The Tiger is your home for Wrestling Observer Live, weekdays at 2 p.m., where we talk pro wrestling from around the globe. Catch us this afternoon at 2, right here on 1130 The Tiger.
Everyone, listen up.
KWKH AM Shreveport Bossier. With the first pick. The home of LSU sports is 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back, everybody. 1130 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show, brought to you by the fine folks over Rotolo's Craft and Crust. We took advantage of the $3.99 calzones yesterday, and man, I went in to pick them up. They were jammed up. Holy moly, they were full. Every table chock full, and I bet they had 15 waiters or waitresses working last night. They were getting after it. While I'm waiting to get our calzones, talking to Grace in there for a little bit, talking to a couple of fellas at the bar, a couple of Louisiana Tech fans, actually. They were listeners of the show, which is good. That's fantastic.
Yeah. We appreciate that.
We certainly do. And then one of the fellas said, hey, have you had that cauliflower crust pizza yet? I went, yes. And he said something that Allie and I discussed as well. He said, it can't just be cauliflower. It's got to be like pizza dough in there. It's too good. He said, but it is. It's really all cauliflower.
Yeah.
I said, I know. It's that
It looks
good.
awesome.
It really is. If you haven't had the cauliflower crust pizza at Rotolo's, you are missing out. It is healthier, and it absolutely tastes like pizza crust. Yeah. That's available at both locations of Rotolo's. Benton Road in Bossier, in the original East 70th near Fern Avenue, Rotolo's Craft and Crust. Joining us now on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline for our First Choice Personnel Coaches Conversation. Minden head coach Spencer Hurd. Hello, Coach. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
We're doing all right, man. So you got the win under the belt last week. I assume that it was a much happier locker room on Friday night than it was the previous 3.
Oh, yeah. Always. Wins everything.
Winning does kind of solve a lot of things there, Adam and Coach.
Sure.
What did you like best about the way that your team performed against Huntington last week?
Well, we came out of the gate, played well from the beginning, I think that was one of the big differences. We just got after it from the very get-go. And that's always a big thing at any level like this. Start off fast. That really helped, I think, our mentality and everybody, just kind of get on the same page and have a good feeling about the whole situation.
You've been, talking about how your defense has been playing well. Your defense has been playing well. Was this the best you've seen out of your defensive unit this season?
Yeah, I mean, they played really well. I mean, they had a turnover for a score. They played lights out, really. But they've been playing like that, and I think, the offense helped them because they weren't out there nearly as small as anything. So, in the end, they might have played a little bit better, maybe about the same, but, I think the offense helped them, just keep them off the field some and just allow them to have more energy throughout the course of the game. That was a big deal.
I think that's some of that little unknown stuff that goes into why games are won or lost, is that fatigue factor. If your defense is out there too long, then that's just not good, so
they're going to break down at some point.
Exactly.
They don't care how good they are.
Yeah. Why is that? And I'm asking this just as a football fan, and I'm asking 2 other fellows who are football fans as well. When we talk about that, because I've said it all of the time, Coach, I believe in it, that the defense wears down, offenses can wear them down like Army did to Oklahoma Saturday night. They just wore them down. Why is it that the offense doesn't get worn down when they're out there as much as the defense?
That's a good question.
No.
I think it's part of it is mental. A big part of it is mental, because they're both getting fatigued, I guess, a similar amount. However, on defense, you feel like offense is sort of rejuvenating because you're moving the ball. So mentally, you don't get caught up in the deal of, man, we got to get off the field. We got to been out here too long. And, so it's, a huge part of it is mental. Just being out there longer on defense. Defense, you want to go 3 and out. So I tell our guys all the time, hey, man, great thing about you guys get control of how long they're out here. You can get out, you can be all fast and get water. One of them said, yeah, Coach, y'all slow real fast. We're right back out there. I said, well, that's true.
But I think that you have given, I think that's a winning answer. I think that it is just part of a mentality that at the offense, you're almost like it's walking downhill as opposed to walking uphill. If you're moving the chains, then you're rejuvenated, you're accomplishing something. And so, therefore, if you're moving and accomplishing, it's not as much work. It's like enjoying your job. It doesn't feel like work if you enjoy it as much as if it's a grind. And I think that if you're on defense and you're just getting pummeled, dude, that's a job that becomes a grind. That is busting up rocks in a ditch somewhere as opposed to being a hedge fund manager.
Yeah, it's a mentality thing. I mean, you feel like when you're on offense, you're moving the ball, you kind of feel like, all right, we're going at these guys. We've got them. They're on their heels. I've always told them, if you ever look over there and you see a defensive guy put his hands on his knees, you're about to score. They're in trouble. And, it's just a mindset. It's because, like I say, there's no difference in the amount of time, probably the amount of effort that's being put out there. It's just a whole different outlook on what's going on.
Hey, Spencer, we've talked to a lot of the coaches in the last couple of weeks because it's a reclass year. The numbers go in on Monday. It certainly looks like Benton and Bossier will be moving out of the 4A district next year. Some of the other coaches, Coach Gatlin just let us know that Northwood and Green Oaks are going to play, for instance. Have you already had some conversations with some new blood on the schedule for next year?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of looking around, in that process. There's nothing set, too much in stone at the moment. But, yeah, in the looking around process, kind of like the shuffling around stuff going on right now, I guess. But yeah, so nothing set in stone.
The joy of having to go find 2 more non-district games,
Yeah.
though, I'm sure you're very happy about that.
Yeah, it's always fun trying to figure that out.
Well, the extra bus trip, that's always fun. A long way away. Those are even better.
Yeah, it could be one of those. You never
Yeah,
know.
right.
Yeah.
When I first got here, we were going to Bolton, so, which I'm not opposed to a trip like that. I think one thing if you do have a trip that's relatively long, an hour or 2 or whatever, it kind of gets the kids enjoy it. Really,
Yeah, they do.
The fans don't like it typically, but it does kind of help them see what it's like to travel on the road and playoff situation and all that. But because when you're traveling around here, we don't carry bags or anything. We just wear the uniform over there and all that. But
right.
You're on a long trip, you got to do the bag thing and you got to do the lift thing and all this. So it's kind of a deal that helps them get ready for that.
I can see that.
It's not that bad.
We enjoyed it when I was playing because that meant fewer people were there to witness it, and so it's kind of like not a bad idea. I just tell the parents and the girlfriend, you don't want to drive all the way over to cross it. That's 45 miles.
That's a long drive.
That's a long way.
I would do it,
if I wasn't getting driven, I wouldn't even go. So that's the way I look at this thing. Coach, you got BTW coming in, and it sure looks to me like they are starting to play a lot better brand of football. They started off really rough against Parkway, and that was kind of an overmatched opponent. And then they go up against Houghton, and that wasn't any fun. But once they stepped down back into normalcy, they gave Green Oaks all they wanted in the Soul Bowl. And last week they had Jerwin Wilson and Woodlawn in a tooth and nail fight all the way through 4 quarters. Sure looks to me, at least on paper, the BTW gets after it defensively. They may not be able to put 40, 50 points on the board, but they are really good at slowing teams down. What do you see when you look at BTW?
Yeah, it's pretty much what I see. I mean, they're, very scrappy bunch. I mean, I think they're a bunch that are going to fight all the way to the end, and they're not somebody that's going to, get down on themselves and just give up. I think they're going to battle all the way to the end. The key for us is kind of like last week. We hope to get a fast start, but not just win for our own mentality. But even if that happens, I don't think they're not a team that's going to get tanking or anything like that. They're going to keep battling. They're going to, and that's the deal. We just got to come out here and try to play our ball game. Hopefully we can see us so much early, help ourselves out. But I think they're a team coming in this battle the whole time, so we got to be ready for that.
Yeah, and that to me is just a sign of very good coaching. B, you got the right kids out there, because it would have been very easy, I think, for a team to kind of start mailing it in after those first 2 games. Granted, the Soul Bowl gets them all fired up, I'm sure, because it's their rivalry game. It's the Captain Shreve Bird game. It's Minden North Webster. But what they did last week, I don't know. That was just an eye-opening experience keeping up with that game with Dr. Wilford from Woodlawn. I'm like, wait a minute, these guys, they're getting after it. They're not. They ain't playing.
I mean, Woodlawn moved the ball. They had some, turnovers and stuff. There was some field position stuff that went on, all that kind of stuff too. But they kept them out of the end zone for a lot of the game. So it was a battle. Floppy looking field too,
Yeah, it was a bad night last time. Coach, we talked so much. We were with Jim Gallen just recently here, last interview we had, talking about Luke Bogan, his kids just really taking off. I'm not ready to say that Trent McLaughlin's right there with him, but having a young quarterback who's got the size that your kiddo has there at Minden and Trent, he seems to fit the mold of what you are looking for at quarterback. How much have you seen him grow? He's just a sophomore, but how much has he grown these first 4 games?
I was going to say, I think I heard it click.
Oh,
yeah.
It did click.
It's a good question, though.
Thank you very much, Adam. Let's see if we can get him again here. Talk amongst yourselves there, Adam.
Hello, everyone. How's it going? Taking a look at the 4A power rankings just to kind of get an idea of wwhere everybody sits in the district. And of course, we were talking earlier. This thing is going to change, and it's going to change a lot.
Hey, all right, hold on.
We got him back.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go. I had such a good question for you, Spencer. You still talking about Trent? Just how much has this sophomore quarterback grown in these last or the first 4 games?
Yeah, I mean, he's made tremendous strides. I think a lot of it, the arm talent and all that stuff is there all the time. I think the big thing is just the speed of the game. I feel like the game's kind of slowing down for him. And, that's just an experience. I knew that was going to happen. That always happens to young quarterbacks. Just kind of knowing where everybody is, when plays, gaining trust with guys catching the ball, and guys gaining trust in him throwing the ball to him. All that stuff just takes time. I think the offensive line's done a good job protecting him. He's been upright for most of the season, and so he's made a lot of progress. But most of it's just mental, and the physical stuff's there. So
And
he's doing really well.
And also last week, it seemed like your freshman, little scat back is what we would used to call a kid like this, Contravion Lister. Is he related to the Listers over at Haldwell? I think we asked you this after the game, just because of the speed factor.
I think there's a Minden set of Listers.
Okay.
Cousin on our team also. So.
So is he the new Patrick Hurd?
He's got a lot of potential. Very, very fast kid. I think he ran like an 11 flat maybe. He didn't come out of blocks last year in 8th grader, so he can go. He's just going to get faster with time. So
yeah, faster form, time, speed, muscles, growth, maturity, all that. That bodes well. The Minden Crimson Tide getting ready to take on BTW. The game's in the pit tomorrow night. Correct, sir? It is in the pit, right? Yeah.
That's it. Yep, in the pit.
All right, and we'll see what happens, man. Spencer Hurd of the Minden Crimson Tide got their first win of the season last week. Going to try to make it 2 for 2, taking on a very scrappy batch of BTW Lions. What is it called? Is it a Pride of Lions? Is that what it is?
I think so.
I think so.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, all right. We'll go with that. A Pride of Lions and the Pride of BTW. They will be there and showing up Friday night. Coach, wish you nothing but the best, sir.
All right, man. Yeah, take it easy.
Thank you, buddy. Nice of Spencer to call back there, Adam.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, Spencer's all right.
He's all right. You coached with Spencer before.
I did. At Shreve, was he? No, he wasn't with me at Parkway. He came after, I think.
Yeah. I know this. Jimmy V's Fajita Factory, we told you we ate there Tuesday night.
Yes.
I can't get over how good how good the fresh from scratch flour tortillas are. I mean,
they're outstanding.
It's just, it blows me away. It really does. It blows me away. And I am a big fan. Jimmy V's Fajita Factory. Old Minden Road, right next to I-20. Be there or be square. Don't forget, they've got $7.99 Pronto Fajitas at lunch, Adam. $7.99 Pronto Fajitas.
Tough to beat.
I don't think you can beat.
No.
When it comes to fresh mix, they got you covered. Anthony McLean of Southwood will join us next, right here on the Tim Fletcher Show, 11:30 The Tiger. Adam Hester, myself, it's Thursday, it's football day, it's Shreve, Bird, Benton, Northwood. We've got football fever. Forget cat scratch fever. We got the football fever. We'll be back on 11:30 The Tiger right after this.
Hitting cleanup on the Tim Fletcher Show, Highland Clinic Orthopedics.
Welcome to Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, where every dish starts from scratch. Fresh ingredients bring our food to life. Mouth-watering cuisine, unique flavors, and we're always more than happy to share our Southern charm and culture. A love of life, family, food, friends, fun, sports, and celebrations. Walk-Ons. It's game day with the taste of Louisiana.
Introducing Landers Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the biggest, epic battle of the century in the world forever.
It's Tom Hofflinger standing by with Trey, Connor, McRogers. Connor, some of our competitors are complaining that we're bullying them with our low prices during Ram Power Days.
Tom, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I want to take this time to apologize to absolutely nobody. We're going to keep beating them with our 22.898 trucks over and over and over again. They're just a bunch of fanboys, Tom.
That's right, Connor. We're going to keep selling brand new 2018 Ram 1500 full-size four-door truck for just $22,898.
Save so much you can rock Gucci mink like me.
Now stop by Landers during Ram Power Days. I-220 in Benton Road and Bossier City.
And remember, if it doesn't say Landers, you probably paid too much.
My lawn's been worn out by summer, not to mention by my kids.
This year, use Scott's in the fall. Just one more feeding gives your grass the nourishment it needs to recover from the wear and tear of summer, while also building resilient roots to help prevent a weak, thin lawn next spring.
This fall, my kids and my grass are back out to play.
This is a Scott's Yard. Now's the time to feed your lawn. Pick up a bag of Scott's Winter Guard today.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive #1, #2 employee. Leave a message at the... Hey, Jamie, it's me, Jamie. This is your daily pep talk. I know it's been rough going ever since people found out about your a cappella group, Mad Harmony, but you will bounce back. I mean, you're the guy always helping people find coverage options with the Name Your Price tool. It should be you giving me the pep talk. Now get out there, hit that high note, and take Mad Harmony all the way to nationals this year! Sorry, it's pitchy.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
IT orchestration stories from CDW. A social media company knew that data was the currency of the digital economy. But when it came to monetizing it, they were being shortchanged. So CDW orchestrated a data fabric solution from NetApp, creating a hybrid cloud to help them move data faster, innovate quicker, and make decisions stronger. Data flexibility by NetApp. IT orchestration by CDW. Learn more at cdw.com/netapp. CDW. People who get it.
When working at a growing business, you wear many hats. The new business hat, the buying toner for the copy machine hat, the sifting through tons of resumes hat. You can throw away that last hat thanks to Indeed.com. When posting your job, Indeed lets you add screener questions that give you a less time-consuming route to your short list of qualified candidates. So go ahead, dust off that extra long lunch hat. Hiring's better when you've got your short list. Save time on hiring when you post a job on Indeed. Get started today at Indeed.com/hire.
11:30 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Hitting cleanup on the Tim Fletcher Show. Highland Clinic Orthopedics.
Welcome back, everybody. 11:30 The Tiger. Tim Fletcher Show brought to you by Chevyland. You know it by the feeling. $12,000 off on a Silverado Texas edition at Chevyland now through the end of the month. I need to check with Jay and see if that puppy's going to be lasting. If it is September 30th, it is done? Or is the overwhelming support for this going to carry it over? At this juncture, I think they're done on September 30th with this $12,000 off Silverado Texas Edition LT Crew Cab with GM financing and trade assistance. $12,000 off. It doesn't get much better than that, Adam. You got time, Adam. You got time. Joining us now on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline for our first choice personnel coaches conversation, Anthony McLean of Southwood. Hello, Coach. How you doing, sir?
Good morning. How are y'all?
We're all right, man. Everything is A-OK in our neck of the woods. How about you? You doing okay?
Doing pretty good.
That's good. I lost my little sheet that I had my little notes and stuff on. Hang on, Coach. I found it now. All right, I'm all good now. Coach, last week, you mentioned that you're just absolutely eaten up with injuries right now. Is anything getting better as far as that concerned?
Well, we didn't get anybody hurt last week, so I guess we didn't add to our pile.
How about a round of applause for that? All right. Jeez Louise, Coach. This is just one thing. I know that every coach goes through this at some point or another, but it seems like you guys have just been eaten up for about 2-3 straight years of vital participants on your squad being lost for significant chunks of time with injury. You've tried everything, I'm sure, but is it just freak accidents? It's just, hey, there are football plays, the guy gets his ankles, rolled over. What has been the main culprit to keep some of these kids off the field?
I don't know. I mean, my long-lost buddy, old Mike Green, told me we just got to tell him to drink more milk. So, he had a real quick solution for it, but I don't know. You got to kind of watch him. He's kind of so old school, it's unbelievable with all that he does.
Yeah, he's probably saying eat more raw egg milkshakes. Nowadays, you eat a raw egg, I think they throw you in jail, They poo-poo on that. So when you look at what happened against Airline last week, what do you take out of that could be a positive for your kids moving forward?
Well, we played better in the second half. We had some turnovers that, were really untimely turnovers in the first half. That, if you turn over the football 3 or 4 times, you're not going to have a very good showing. There's no doubt about that. And a lot of it is making mistakes. When you make a mistake, it usually gets amplified in high school football. When that mistake is a turnover, it's even more so amplified. And we've had a couple of weeks where we didn't make any mistakes or didn't have any turnovers, and you got to try not to turn over the football. And you're getting that fault deal where you have ball security, but yet sometimes it just happens. I mean, you get a deflected ball and somebody else catches it, or it just bounces the wrong way, and you don't have a guy in the area to fall on it. But you just got to move on from those things, and same thing you've been working on with trying to protect the football and not turn it over, and then just keep moving forward and hope you don't make those mistakes.
Anthony McLean joining us, Southwood head coach. They take on North Webster tomorrow night at North Webster. What are you expecting when you face this edition of John Ware's Nights?
Well, it's a pretty good little road trip for us to go up there, and then offensively they have some talent. There's no doubt about that. They got some kids that really move well in the field, so they're going to be competitive. I mean, when you go play a school that's kind of there's only one school in that community. It's a little different from playing inside the city, so you get a little bit different feel of football, and the situation's a little different. So we've been up there before, so it's not our first trip up there, but we look forward to getting to play every Friday, no matter where it is.
Coach, help me remember, right? Wasn't last year the game where you guys were kind of down there right around the goal line and turned the ball over, something like that weird in this game?
Oh, man, we have those flashbacks now, don't we? Yeah, I mean, we had an opportunity to win the game or to tie it back up, and, there was the last time I said anything, I got disconnected by somebody, so I'll keep it simple. We had some opportunities, fell in the end zone once, and had to line back up and play another snap from outside the end zone. So it was a little bit tough, a little difficult to handle, but we definitely had some opportunities, and we didn't play well enough to win, or we wouldn't have been in that situation. So we always feel like we should take full responsibility for it. So that's where we were. Coach,
we've been asking a lot of the other guys the last couple of weeks or so about next year, because we are in a reclass year. The numbers are due on Monday. You guys are firmly entrenched as a 5A school. You're going to probably add a district opponent in Benton. Any other conversations you've had with other teams yet? Is North Webster maybe popping back on the schedule, or somebody new?
Man, we kind of know what y'all know, and then even if you knew everybody's absolute October 1 numbers, you got to go down there to those meetings, and everybody talks about what the numbers been, but that is very much a sliding scale that they move a little bit. So that's why you won't hear anybody, unless you're definitely over. You don't really, or definitely under. Most people don't really want to commit to what they think they're going to do, vocally, because they really don't know. I mean, if you're 100 kids under the mark, then you're probably looking at making a move, or if you're 100 over. So, I mean, if Benton comes up, that fills our open date, which is kind of a scheduling thing, which is kind of what most people it seems like focus on with it is you're trying to figure out where your schedule is going to be for next year and if you're going to have an open date or not. But, with open dates, you got to find out where you fall. We usually draw at the end of district, and sometimes we draw 2 or 3 ways if we have some scenarios where somebody may be getting out or somebody's coming up. So, usually by the time you get to January, you've got most of that stuff worked out, and it's just a matter of finding where exactly they're going to hit that number. We've definitely been down there and thought a team was going to move up and didn't. And we've been down there before and thought one was going to go down and didn't. Or, some schools select to go up, and you don't really know for sure. But I think for the most part, everybody kind of knows what change to expect for this year. And outside of where that number actually lies and where those October 1 numbers are, it's kind of a little bit of a toss-up, but usually it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's like Benton coming up. I mean, people have been talking about that for 4 years now, that Benton will be up, this year. And usually they have those populations within their school system that you can see coming up, but depends on where you're at. In Bossier Parish, it's a little more point blank because those feeder schools are set up directly into high schools, and at Caddo, it's a little less obvious sometimes.
Anthony McLean joining us, head coach of the Southwood Cowboys. Tomorrow night, making a road trip up to North Webster. Coach, are you getting enough sleep during the football season? Is that just something you have resigned that it ain't going to happen?
Well, it's one of those deals where it's a high-demand job this time of year, and the fall is also, it's a great time of year for everybody. Everybody likes to watch. If you're a football coach and you're trying to squeeze in watching a college game, trying to watch a little bit of professional football, and there's a lot that goes on with that schedule that can wear you out pretty fast. So you got to take care of yourself and get rest when you can. But I mean, the bottom line is play hard and keep working, and they'll all be all right. You can rest in the spring when there's not much going on.
Well, so far we've talked to several guys about mattress choices. Gatlin's in the same boat as I am. He's got a memory foam, but he's making it lean one way. The memory isn't coming back on the side that he sleeps on and the side that I sleep on. Are you a spring coiled mattress kind of guy? Waterbed guy like Kevin McGee, which, the bed of champions, I guess, waterbeds down in Logansport, or are you a memory foam guy?
I really wasn't expecting to discuss a mattress here on the radio today. A bed is a great thing. I mean, if you're just not sleeping on the floor, I mean, how can you be complaining? I mean, that's probably where I would have to stand on it. But yeah, I don't have a memory foam. I don't have I'm not on an air bed, and I've had a water bed back a long time ago, so I wasn't sure you could still get those. But
I didn't either.
Where do you find those?
Where do you find one?
Logansport apparently is the only one left.
And we're thinking that, maybe it's, like Adam said, maybe it's next to the Blockbuster in Oregon, the last one standing.
Probably so.
Was it Kavanaugh or Thurman that said that they kept poking holes in their water bed? Kavanaugh. That he had to put those patches on them and all that good stuff.
As a waterbed flashback, the only thing I can remember is, man, when it was cold in the wintertime and you had that waterbed heater keeping that water warm. That was a pretty nice treat to get in that warm bed late at night and just go ahead and go to sleep. I'm afraid I would have been wetting the bed all the time if I had warm water, because that's the old trick. You have someone spend the night, you put their hand in a pot of warm water and they wet the bed, right? Well, if I'm sleeping on a bed, good point. Anthony McLean. Glad not to be sleeping on the floor. That's a coach answer right there. All right, Anthony. Best of luck. Safe travels tomorrow when you go see old Elton John Ware and the crew up there in Spring Hill, Louisiana, where the chainsaws have been silenced, but the Knights are riding. So we'll see how that one goes tomorrow night, Coach. All right, y'all. Have a good day.
You too, Anthony. Just glad not to be sleeping on the floor.
It's a good way to look at things.
I think that in the grand scheme of things, I tend to agree.
Amen.
Yeah. Swoop Stores, by the way, brighten your day with Swoop, locally owned and operated. The Burt Coon store is getting very close to being finished and reopening, and I hear that it is going to be spectacular. We already know the Bossier store is taking care of business on Industrial off I-20. Great service, great local products throughout the store, 99-cent cup of coffee, Chevron products, clean restrooms, friendly service, brighten your day. You have choices where to get your gas. You have choices where to stop and kind of, for convenience, pick up a loaf of bread, grab a couple of soda pops, maybe get that 6-pack of beer, whatever it is that you're shopping for. How about shopping local? Swoop stores, locally owned and operated. In Bossier City, off I-20 on Industrial, and in Shreveport on Burt Coons, across from Home Depot off I-49, reopening soon after the big reconstruct. Swoop! Supporting the Tim Fletcher Show every single day of the week. Michael Concilio, head coach for the Bossier Bearcats, will join us when we return, Adam. How you like them apples?
Why not?
He's a guy that kind of got us started on this whole redistricting talk.
That's right. He kind of did.
They're moving down.
Yep.
That's what Allie, a lot of people say about her and her choices of when she said yes. I didn't say so.
Don't sell yourself short.
Exactly. I'm not on the floor, doggone it.
There you go.
Tim Fletcher Show, 11:30 The Tiger. We'll be back right after this.
Highland Clinic Orthopedics. Hitting cleanup on the Tim Fletcher Show.
Good morning. This is Clint McCullough with Bayou Bell Waste. I'm here with my great friend and our GM, Russell Hall. Russell, when I think of Shreveport, I think of great things. I think of Municipal Auditorium, Hirsch Coliseum, right there where the Shreveport Mudbugs play.
And we're excited to announce this year that your hometown dumpster service provider, Bayou Bell Waste, is now the official waste hauler for the Shreveport Mudbugs.
It's something we're really excited about. We're really excited about all the fans coming out, supporting that local team. Support our local team. Bayou Bell Waste, 671-9900.
Or BayouBellWaste.com.
Chevyland, 7500 Uri Drive in Shreveport, Louisiana, with 9.5 acres of beautiful cars, trucks, and SUVs to take care of your shopping needs. But don't forget this. Betty B says, all I can say is it was a great experience. How about Lawrence? Needed a new battery in a Suburban. The job was completed in 1 hour, plus a car wash. That's the service that you get at Chevyland. You know it by the feeling. Patricia says, this is the third vehicle I've purchased from Chevyland. Sales staff, great. Chevyland, you know it by the feeling. Honk, honk. Joining us on our little hotline here is good old Nicole. How you doing, Nicole?
I'm doing great, Tim. How you doing?
Wonderful. First Choice Personnel, 797-7810. Honk, honk. We see a lot of 18-wheelers outside of our window here, Nicole. And I wonder, is there a need in that field of work that First Choice Personnel could take care of?
Yes. Actually, we need diesel mechanics. We're looking for them with experience, with your own tools. We need them really bad right now.
Diesel mechanics are needed right now at First Choice Personnel. Honk, honk. 797-7810. And by the way, these sound effects aren't costing you an extra dime at all. First Choice Personnel.
My lawn's been worn out by summer, not to mention by my kids.
This year, use Scott's in the fall. Just one more feeding gives your grass the nourishment it needs to recover from the wear and tear of summer, while also building resilient roots to help prevent a weak, thin lawn next spring.
This fall, my kids and my grass are back out to play.
This is a Scott's Yard. Now's the time to feed your lawn. Pick up a bag of Scott's Winter Guard today.
O'Reilly. Need auto parts but can't get to a store right now? Head to O'ReillyAuto.com. Buy your parts online and pick them up in any of the 5,000 O'Reilly Auto Parts stores nationwide. No shipping cost, easy returns, and convenient pickup on your schedule. Shop your way at O'ReillyAuto.com. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hitting cleanup on the Tim Fletcher Show. Highland Clinic Orthopedics.
11:30 The Tiger.
Me with a mouse in my hand is flirting with disaster, Adam. I've got a mouse and I really don't know how to use it.
Can you copy and paste?
I can. That I can do.
All right.
That is something that I do know how to do.
That's half the battle.
That's very funny. Rapolo's Insulation, 865-5113, 865-5113. That's a heck of a nice guy, old Brian Rapolo there, Adam. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
He is as good as gold. Let me see that Tootsie Roll. Keeping the hot side hot and the cool side cool. Rapolo's Insulation. Proper insulation can save you a ton of money on your utility bills. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel better about keeping more money in our GBT account than I do getting it over to SWEPCO or Centerpoint. I think there's just something. I don't think they need the money.
They're covered. I feel like they have enough revenue streams coming in. They don't need any more of my money.
Right. So if I save 50%,
yes,
they're not going to go broke.
I think they'll be fine.
So
and that's more trips to Rapolo's and Chimmy V's for you?
Absolutely. We all win by using Rapolo's Insulation. Call for a free quote. They'll be glad to work with you, man. 865-5113. Family owned and operated. Fantastic people. Rapolo's Insulation. Joining us now on the Mudbucks Hockey Hotline, your head coach of the Bossier Bearcats. For the first choice personnel coaches conversation, Michael Concilio. Man, the fans love you, Concilio.
I see that.
Holy cow!
That sounds real.
Don't let people know what's going on here, Coach. We're trying to present something for the radio audience. It's the theater of the mind.
That's what I'm keeping it low key, man.
All right, I appreciate that. That's awesome, Coach. You ran into a Benton squad last week that seems to be starting to click a little bit, and I'm not trying to give you excuses, but in essence, this was kind of a 5A, 3A matchup, despite the fact that all are both in 4A, if that makes any sense.
Right.
So take us through that game last week. What did you see that you didn't like outside of the final score? What did you see that you did like from your Bearcats?
Fletch, we're continuing each week having some major breakdowns in special teams, and it just drives me crazy. Golly, it drives me crazy. I don't care what the record is, and we're having some just major malfunctions with our special teams, and then that resulted in we kick off to them, and they take the opening kickoff to the half. Thank God there was a penalty, and then later in the game we punt to them, and they returned the punt for a touchdown. Man, that's there's 14 points right there. We had some breakdowns with our punt team. We've had that for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And those things drive me crazy. They are driving me nuts. Ben's defense is always very, very tough. I was proud to see us that when we got the football, we were able to take the football and, we put together about eight plays consistently, getting some first down. We even went for it real early on our first drive, 4th and 3 on our own 40. I just went for it, got the first down, and was able to move the chains. And we were doing this all based on what our game plan was, and we were running those particular plays out of those particular sets and getting some first downs early on. That was something that I was kind of glad to see. But they got a sophomore quarterback, and the sophomore quarterback, he can run, and he doesn't play like a sophomore. He does not. I believe he came in there for an injury early in this year, and he came up through their system as a really good middle school quarterback. This kid did. So he steps in there and he does a really good job of reading RPOs, and he made some. He has an arm. That sucker threw a pass one time. It was, one of the hardest throws I've seen. It was about 15 yards down the field, and no one turned their head to even look for the football. Not even their guys, nor our guys. The guy's got a great arm. They're still a good football team. And as I told you before we got ready to play them, you cannot take their record and let it reflect on what kind of football team they are, because of who they played. Playing Wassman, they turn around and playing Ash. They're here they come. They're going to come in here, and they're going to, I think, honestly, they're going to still hold their own in this district. That's my opinion. I haven't seen everybody in our district, and I haven't even seen them on film. I just know that, they're stout enough on defense to keep them in some football games. They're still very productive on offense.
You mentioned the success at middle school, and I know that Coach Green over at Donnie Bickham had Luke Bogan, and they won two, I think, middle school championships, I believe, with Bogan.
Right.
Someone texted in. It might have been Coach Green. They won 2 city middle school championships with Bogan at the quarterback spot. When you've got a kid in middle school that's doing the same thing that his high school is going to do, and he's a winner in middle school, and he can come up and join the high school level, man, that is such a big deal. And I know that you kind of have that with Russian, I suppose, but what kind of relationship do you have there as far as, are they running the wing tee at Russian? Are they doing the things that the Bearcats do or not?
Yeah, honestly, Fletch, they're not running our system. It's not everything from all 3 phases. With a little bit different in reference to what you're talking about with them guys, and Donnie Bickham and even with this young. Hello.
We're here.
Yeah, those young guys that this young kid that's coming up here from Benton that's now their sophomore quarterback. Come on. The thing with us is, are we going to see him?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, are we going to see that guy? I don't. I mean, it's if they're going to come to us and they're going to make it through us and they're going to stay through the system, great. That's awesome. That's it. But are we going to get them? And right now we have 8 freshmen that are on our football team, and all 8 freshmen played on the Russian squad last year. And if you ask them, you ask the majority of them, they say, did you play 7th and 8th grade football Russian? They'll say yes, and they'll say, well, where's the other 15? And they'll tell you, those other 15, they're just not. They're not on campus. So, I mean, what I'm saying is yeah, you benefit from it if the middle school is a place and they're doing what you're doing, and but they've got to be able to come up through the system, and you got to be able to benefit from the fact of them appearing on your campus and being able to use those guys, because we are looking at 3A numbers. We've talked about it, but we're feeding off of one school, and that is Russian. We just have, that's our one source that's coming to us. So we want to try to get those kids here, and we've talked. They've had some middle school coaching changes. Denise Lloyd was the head coach at Booker T for a while. Was the middle school coach. Last year he was the middle school coach there, and him and I talked early in the season. And he had those guys geared up and going in the right direction. We felt really, really great about these guys coming in, Fletch. I mean, it's just I felt really good about it. And then, you go and we went down there and we have a recruitment day. Well, it's not. It's like it's 8th grade. It's an all-around assembly.
Yeah.
Where they're going to have an opportunity to see what the school has to offer, and you all go down there, and everybody goes down to counselor, so on and so forth, and you try to get a look at all the faces of the kids on the team, and then you come out in the fall, and you're okay. Where was that one that I saw play in week 8 of your middle school game? So man, it's just the middle school is it's essential. If it's very, very beneficial for you, and get those guys to lateral themselves up and get to you. So.
That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one to kind of to deal with on a regular basis. I can only imagine. Yeah. Coach, this week taking on Stephen Dennis and Huntington. The guy's got a great attitude. He keeps on pushing positive. But last week they got kind of taken care of by Menden. They're 0-4. They are hungry for a win. You're going across the river, coming back on our side of the river to take them on. What do you see when you look at that Huntington squad?
Big, very big, skilled players of, real rangy, athletic. They're big in the box, and I'll just tell you, I've told our team this, and this is nothing to hide. No matter who we play each week, the teams we're going to play are going to be bigger than us in size. And this Logansport was extremely huge and in size, and then we turn around now. We're getting ready to play a Huntington team that's extremely big as well. This is they're very big in the box. These big guys move real well too. But some of these guys are coming back that played last year too in the same areas. They came over in the JV game on Monday, and they came over in 2 buses. I mean, there was 49 guys that dropped off the bus, came over in the JV game, and some of the JV players. I turned to some of my assistant coaches. Some of the JV players are lined up for them. I said, "Well, this is my 12th year at Bossier High. I've not seen a kid that big ever walk our campus." So there's a lot of big kids that they're addressing, very athletic, and we want to try to find a way to do something offensively this week. That was our goal. We have had some breakdowns. We have not put up points on the board and been as productive, and that's been our game plan, is try to get that turned around a little bit. So that's what we can. We're trying to get the train back on the tracks, and that's all you can do. That's the game of football. Each week you got to continue getting ready and getting better, and you can't dwell on the week before. So.
No, you certainly can. It's like a golfer who makes a bogey. Don't let that affect you on the next hole. Let it turn the next hole into a bogey. Got to birdie it and try to get back on par there, buddy. Concilio, what mattress you sleeping on? Are you a coiled mattress, memory foam, or waterbed guy?
First of all, I have 2 parts of the day that I like at Bossier. Number one is, I call my peace time. Number one, the bell rings 2:15. I get on the practice field about 2:15 to 2:30, and that's by myself, and I'm waiting for the team to get out there. It's real quiet. I'm just standing out there by myself. That's a good time. And then another time is when practice is over with and all the players are gone and no one else is in this field house, and I sit down in this chair and just put the film on, and my head goes back on the seat. And I can't guarantee that I see every clip on this film. So some of my sleep at time is on the chair that's in front of my desk. And then when I finally get home, I catch myself, waking up around 2 or 3 o'clock on the recliner chair, sitting down with my head on the armrest. So I can't really guarantee where I call home as far as sleeping, where it's going to be. I mean, the mattress that I actually finally get to lay down on, it feels like a brick because my back hurts every morning when I wake up. So I have no idea what it is. I haven't even attempted to fix it. So, I don't know. It'll probably come back and haunt me one day.
You're still a young man.
Hey, at least listen to Coach Gatlin earlier. It's probably going to come back and haunt me one day. But I have no idea what that thing. That thing feels like concrete. But I just keep laying down on it. Just get up. Let's go.
See, you need to alter that, man. My wife has got me really concentrating on getting solid sleep. When you get my age, you start thinking about how am I going to kind of prolong this thing. Sleep, It's important. Got to get good rest, Coach.
All right, I tell you what you can do. You can go in the back of that studio, close the lights off, and then lock the door, and just tell everybody you went on lunch break, you went somewhere on air, and they won't know, and you can get you some good rest back there.
Did it yesterday, Coach. Did it yesterday. Absolutely took me about a 20-minute nap in here yesterday afternoon. So, yep, you are correct.
Now you're telling on yourself. Man, we weren't going to tell our secrets. We weren't going to talk about the audience.
Yeah, sometimes we got to reveal enough to keep them hooked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Concilio taking on Huntington tomorrow night. That game is at Lee Hedges or Independence? Independence Stadium. Huntington and Bossier. It's the Raiders and the Bearcats. Old 4A foes getting after it again. They're maybe the last time they'll see each other for a while. You never know. Good luck tomorrow night, Michael Concilio.
All right, plus. Appreciate it, buddy.
See you, bud. Kind of sad thinking these teams may not face each other again.
Right? No, and you'll see some of them will still get together, especially because Bossier, if they go to 3A,
they're going to have to
still have to fill
7 games.
7 games, yeah. At least it's not 8.
Yeah, that's true.
Like those 3A teams are doing now.
Yeah, they'll take it.
That's a lot of games to fill, though.
Ooh. Well, we might be able to pull a Hort Daddy and help these guys schedule.
There you go.
I don't know if they want our help.
They might still call Clint for that.
They might.
Yeah.
Chillin' Hill, keep hearing about the injuries and banged up and bruises. Chillin' Hill, 798-4325. over in Ashley Ridge Shopping Center, 460 Ashley Ridge Shopping Center. Chill and Hill. Adam swears by it. Yes. I love it. EH used it the other day.
Oh, how did he like it?
Loved it.
There you go.
His wife said that he's a pain in the butt. And I don't know what they can do about that.
I don't know if they can fix that.
I don't think they can fix that. 798-4325. Chill and Hill. Limp in, dance out. Rest, restore, relax, recharge, all the words. Kind of rewind and feel younger once you go to Chill and Hill. 798-4325. Oh. Did I just see a flock of seagulls fly by? Did you see that?
That would be an odd species of bird to...
If you saw like flocks of seagulls right now, would you be concerned and say there's like a zombie apocalypse happening?
Don't normally animals fly and swim and run away from trouble?
Right. So if they were heading like north, if we saw them just like a flock of seagulls that are coming from the Gulf flying north, would we run? Would we time to close down the shop?
Yeah, maybe so.
All right. So we will keep you up to date on that as well. If we see birds and animals, lions, giraffes, and all that good stuff heading north, we'll alert you. That's what we use 50,000 watts for here. We are your FEMA station, by the way. 1130 The Tiger, KWKH. Back with John Bachman after this.
Highland Clinic Orthopedics, hitting cleanup on the Tim Fletcher Show.
The Bayou Bell Waste Boys are in studio with us. Clint McCullough, Russell Hall. It's got to be so fun working with people you care so much about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have a great time every day, and I tell you, it's just so fulfilling to be able to support the local economy and hire people and be able to support families. We absolutely have a blast every day, and we certainly appreciate all your support.
Bayou Bell Waste, 671-9900, BayouBellWaste.com. Donnie Brewer joining us from Brewer Quality Homes. Donnie, you guys have been in business 45 years. How have you done this?
You know, we carry an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. We have a family business that's been around forever. We hire only the best employees, the people that care more about our customers than anyone else, and we're providing energy smart homes.
3830 East Texas, Bossier City, your physical address. Brewer Quality Homes on the web. Brewer Quality Homes.
Introducing Landers Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the biggest epic battle of the century in the world forever.
It's Tom Hofflinger standing by with Trey Connor McRogers. Connor, some of our competitors are complaining that we're bullying them with our low prices during Ram Power Days.
Tom, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I want to take this time to apologize to absolutely nobody. We're going to keep beating them with our 22.898 trucks over and over and over again. They're just a bunch of fanboys, Tom.
That's right, Connor. We're going to keep selling brand new 2018 Ram 1500 full-size four-door truck for just $22,898.
Save so much you can rock Gucci mink like me.
Now stop by Landers during Ram Power Days, I-220 Benton Road in Bossier City.
And remember, if it doesn't say Landers, you probably paid too much.
What are you really looking for in a bank? Customer service? Of course. You want that personal touch, right? Sure. You want a safe place, someplace you know that your money's going to be and it's going to grow, be there for you when you need it. Perfect. Technological advances. Yeah, that's one thing that you look for, right? Being able to bank anywhere, anytime, everywhere. You get all of that and more with Gibbsland Bank and Trust. The great banking team. Mansfield Road, Williamson Way, East Texas and Bossier City. The great banking team of Gibbsland Bank and Trust.
Hitting cleanup on the Tim Fletcher Show. Highland Clinic Orthopedics.
KWKH-AM, Shreveport Bossier. The home of LSU Sports is 1130 The Tiger.
It's a fun game.
Welcome back to the Tim Fletcher Show, 1130 The Tiger. Adam Hester, along with Tim Fletcher, who is on the phone trying to get our next coach lined up. Tell you what, though, I know it's Thursday. That is not a $2 taco, tequila, or tecate night at Jimmy V's, but it doesn't matter. Tim was talking about the Pronto lunch earlier, the $7.99 fajitas. You can't beat that. There's something they have over there. They have a brisket chimichanga. You don't have to be Deadpool to enjoy a chimichanga, especially one with delicious brisket shoved inside of it. If you go over there tonight and you're not sure what to get, you could do a whole lot worse than the brisket chimichanga. So let's go. If you're in that kind of a mood, which I mean you should be in that kind of a mood for Mexican food literally every day of the week. Jimmy V's, right there off of I-20, Old Minden Road. The brisket chimichanga. If you like it, remember me. If you don't like it, that's your fault. Jimmy V's. Tim's trying to operate a telephone. Sometimes it's tougher than others.
You know, it's one of these things.
They still have rotary phones in Coshada, maybe.
Yeah. They got their thing.
We really, I am so interested to know about this broken foot situation that Coach A's got going on.
Oh, that's right. That's what we're getting ready to find.
2 broken feet.
Yeah.
One of them in a boot. One of them, I don't know how it's going to heal on its own. Is that what Chris said? Like,
I guess that's what they're saying.
How's a broken foot just heal on its own? All right, well, if you're Ronnie Alexander, I guess you could probably pull that off. Like, that's the one guy.
Coach?
But 2 broken feet. That was a fear I always had.
Same here.
A guy coming off the sideline and you're on the board with the kid, or you're trying to fix some equipment, something, you don't see it. I got leg whipped against Parkway a couple of years ago when they came over to Calvary. But just a nice cut on the leg. No broken bones. But 2 broken ankles.
2 broken or tibias or fibulas.
Yeah.
Which one's down there?
Was it ankle? He just said foot.
Clinic orthopedics we need.
He just said foot, so we have to get the lowdown on what the actual injury is.
Yeah.
Does Bachman have like a secretary now? Are you trying to get you having to go through channels?
Yeah, I guess so.
The proper channels to get to Coach Bachman.
This is a tough deal, man. When you're as esteemed as John Bachman, you got to have folks that are really, you got to move mountains to be able to get in touch with this guy.
I mean, I guess he played his guarantee game last week. Going and playing his kid in Alexandria. Maybe he's taking that cash and he's got call screeners now. He's got people. That's what it is. He's got people.
Hey, we're trying to get in touch with Coach Bachman. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Last time we got put on hold, we were nowhere. Let's see if we can get Coach Bachman.
I mean, I know the game didn't go well last week, but geez, I didn't know we were on the pay no mind list already.
Okie dokie, no problem.
Trying to think run through the roster of coaches down there. Who else you could talk to? It's you know what? No, you need to wait for senior. You just need to wait for senior.
Well, we're waiting.
Yeah, Coach A would, especially 2 broken feet.
Now, see, here's what we don't know.
Coach A.
This is the big city radio at small town price.
Sure.
I'm on hold for Bachman, but the other line's ringing. Could that be Bachman calling us?
Do you take that chance?
Tim Fletcher Show. There we go.
Hey, look at that.
There we go.
He's back.
That's what we're looking for. All right. Hello, John Bachman. How you doing?
I am doing good. How are you?
We're doing A-okay, sir. First of all, what's going on with Ronnie Alexander?
Oh, bless his heart. He had that freak thing finally come into his life. Was going through defensive practice the other day and sitting back behind the secondary trying to help, watch the coverage and so forth. And actually never saw the route coming where the ball was led right to him. Long story short, ran right into him, broke his right leg, broke his left foot.
Ooh.
Ow!
Ooh.
Where, the right leg below the knee or above the knee?
Below the knee.
At least he's not in a full leg cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, he's down for probably the rest of the year.
Oh.
Holy, that's a big loss. Now, hey, sorry about that for Coach Alexander. I mean, that's just horrible. So he can't coach anymore this year, is what you're saying.
Well, other than maybe help watch film, but as far as on the field, number one, I told him, we ain't young bucks anymore, and it ain't time to be tough.
Right.
Yeah.
And he loves to fish and outdoors and all that, and that's what he needs to make sure because, yeah, we want him here, but not not before he's supposed to be here. Let's put it that way.
Good gosh.
So he'll be able to help watch film and that kind of stuff. But as far as just Ronnie Alexander's presence on the field, probably not going to happen for quite some time.
Well, pass along our best to him, man. That is.
We will do that.
Holy cow.
Yeah, no. Wasn't any fun.
Well, and knowing Coach Alexander, I'm sure he took it off, like a Ronnie Alexander.
Yeah.
But I also would have been scared to death to be the kid that did it.
Just about to bring that up. Did that kid see his life flash before his eyes?
Yeah, well, Ronnie's pretty gracious in that thing, and certainly understands that it's not something that the young man wanted to do, and he does feel terrible about it. And I had him in my office the other day telling him,
oh boy, that's tough.
That's not your fault. Don't you worry about that. You were doing what you were supposed to be doing. It's one of those things that nobody expects to happen, but it just did. And so Coach Alexander's going to be all right, and you quit worrying about it because it's not something that you wanted to happen.
I just remember that game at Calvary a few years ago, and whoever it was, one of those young buck coaches from another team, tried to kind of point at Alexander, like, come on out here. And I was like, oh, buddy, that is not
I've got several stories, but I'm going to leave the names out. There's some men that are still walking on the face of the earth that really have their guardian angels out.
I said, there's some other guys on that Calvary staff you might could point at.
Yeah, I can think of some other options.
That's the one that you kind of say, hey, no, not you, the other guy.
No, the guy, him.
The guy behind you, not you. Oh, no, sir, I was not pointing at you. That would have been a huge mistake.
That's right. Good Lord have mercy. I don't know what that finger was doing. It was not directed at you.
How happy are you that the Bachman Bowl is done, sealed up, never to be played again?
I'm very pleased. No fun, because no matter what happens, the family's not going to be happy. So, and who does Jason pull for? Who does Junior pull for? And of course, Megan, you'll tell her brother right off the bat. My daughter will tell him real quick, I'm going with Dad.
As daughters are supposed to do.
That's exactly right.
That's kind of a given. Daddies and daughters stick together.
That's right.
The brothers were probably just horrible to her anyway, so she has a reason to root against them.
I'll promise you, they have no problem interpreting her.
Junior's probably rooting for both of you to lose somehow.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Just for the chaos factor?
Yeah, no, that's right. Junior, write a book about it.
So after a 48-6 loss to Thomas and Ash, what was the post-game handshake like?
Oh, that was fine. I love you, keep working. Great job. I told him that, the officials screwed up the onside kick. We did get it, so we kicked his tail on onside kick.
There you go. Small victories. That's what we take.
I was looking for the one that we won.
That's the way to do it right there, man. Nothing wrong with finding those small victories in amongst the chaos. This week, you host a Richwood team. Coach, every time I think of Richwood, I think big and fast.
You about dead on. Mobile, agile, and hostile. And, got a great defense again this year, struggling a little bit on offense as we, seemingly we are. So basically it's going to go down to, again, which offense can get on the field and do a better job than what they've been doing.
Kind of like the Saints-Falcons from Sunday, huh?
Yeah, amen.
So in that scenario, at what point in a shootout do you start looking at the clock in the second half and think, okay, if we can't stop them, we want to make sure we're the ones who have the ball last? Do you start kind of doing a little clock management in games like that?
Yeah, there's all kind of ways to handle it. Brad Bradshaw taught me a valuable lesson one year, first snap of the second half when he had Randall Mackey and those guys. We had them at Evangel. They had gotten up on us 2 or 3 scores, and I noticed on the very first snap of the second half, they ran the 25-second clock down to about 5 and then snapped the ball. Well, he was smart enough to know that, if we ever got things figured out, that we could move the ball too, and we did. And we did storm back. And really what ended up happening in the game is we had closed within a touchdown, I think, and, we're at least to an onside kick. If we're able to go in on this and have a chance, and we ended up fumbling the ball as we're going in to score, and they scoop and score and go the other way. But, I credit, Brad teaching me a little lesson there that, you got the game under control at halftime, so he controlled the clock by not letting us touch the ball, and that ended up being something that was very valuable to him because, we got momentum and he didn't. and the tide had turned, so to speak, but we just couldn't make up what we had lost in the first half. But he didn't give us time.
Well, that's, lessons learned, I guess you could say. So in a situation like this, do you kind of start, when does that affect you, though? If it's, let's say if it's a 28-28 game here in the third quarter, both teams have really not been able to stop each other. You got the ball in the fourth quarter type scenarios. Do you try to start milking the clock then? I think it's interesting when you have two teams that are really on the go offensively, how you manage it so that you do end up with the ball, because that's exactly how the Saints won Sunday. They had the ball last, so they were able to tie it up, not give the Falcons enough time really to get anything going, although Atlanta did get close to midfield. And then in overtime, you never give them a chance. So can't lose if you don't give them the ball.
Yeah, no, I think all that's on the table, and it's just really kind of what's going on at the time. But certainly, if you're in that situation, you want to be the last team, to touch the football, and you're going to do everything you can to make sure that you do that. So whether it's running the clock down, snapping it at the very last second, or whatever it is you got to do, you're going to. And we talk about those things in practice and work on those kind of tempos. So. I don't want to be in that kind of ball game. I want the 28, and I want them to have the 0.
Makes sense to me. I don't have a problem with that. Of course, we are talking with John Bachman, head coach of the Red River Bulldogs, on this
Coach's Conversations, brought to you by First Choice Personnel.
How you like
Make
that,
First
Coach?
Choice your last call.
Got a little special thing there for you.
I'm telling you, that's nice.
We're pretty fancy around here.
I'm telling you, I don't know what button that was. That was a nice button.
Thank you very much.
I think we have finally entered the 2000s in the studio.
There you go.
How technologically...
Don't leave it up to me.
I was going to say, how technologically advanced are you?
Don't leave it up to me.
Adam is shaking his head no.
It was good that Coach had his boys around him that could handle all that stuff.
They'd be like, "Now you do this." I say, "Shut up! What button do I push? I care nothing about how it works. It hurts my brain."
Nothing wrong with that, John Bachman. No. How are you injury-wise? Health-wise, you've only had 3 games because you had the other one.
Right.
So how are you health-wise?
We're pretty good. We're like everybody else, got nicks, bumps, and bruises, but really nobody major that is missing because of an injury. Well, actually, we have one young man that's been down. This will be his last week. It's pretty significant to us in the fact that he brings big playability to us, but as things go, we've been very fortunate.
Coach, we've been asking some of the fellows, are you getting enough sleep here during the coaching season, the football season? You getting enough Z's at night there, John?
Good Lord, no. I was laughing the other day. I thought Ronnie had asked me something, and he was concerned about me. And I said, "Man, I'm exhausted." He said, "Boy, it's football season. You're going to be exhausted." He said, "I wasn't asking you that." I said, Coach, I didn't mean to. I think I was. I don't know where that came from. I don't know why I said what I said, because you're right. That's exactly right. So, no, I'm not getting enough Z's and never have.
Now, what kind of mattress are you on? Are you coiled old-fashioned mattress, newfangled memory foam, hospital bed?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I don't know, but whatever she picked is nice. I go right to sleep on it. I have no trouble going to sleep, so I think it's more memory foam. It's certainly one of the newer kinds. But, that's her department, and that's another one of those shut up. This is what we got, and I'm like, you and Ronnie must have spoke, but yes, got it, no problem.
No, I'm the exact same way. Hey, what about the, we just moved into a new house. What about this, whatever she called it? And I'm like, sure.
Yeah, right.
What about the color of this?
Absolutely.
I call it a comforter. She calls it something way fancier sounding. I'm like, great.
A duvet?
Yes, that's it. And I'm like, all right, sure. Well, you don't care if it's like peach colored? No. Because the lights are off. I'm going to sleep. Doesn't matter.
The lights are off.
Yes.
Yeah. No, exactly. I'm with you, Adam, all the way. Of course, Thomas is not.
No, he wouldn't.
Look, those shoestrings don't match up. What shoestrings? What are you talking about?
So you're saying that your son that's the coach of Ash may be a little obsessive-compulsive?
No, little is the wrong adjective.
Thanksgiving at the Bachman house is a fun time.
Wow. Wow.
Of course, now Junior's got the built-in excuse of I'm in San Antonio, so I don't have to come home for like holiday events,
Yeah, no,
kind of
that's
stuff.
true, but he's actually in Los Angeles as we
That's
speak.
right. They're playing in California this week. I saw
They
that.
are. They play tonight. So, fun times.
Yeah. Holy moly. But to heck with being in Los Angeles, you'll be in the beautiful town of Coshada, Louisiana.
That's right.
Or as they said on Better Call Saul the other day, a show that we want to try to catch up with, but apparently there is a scene set in Coshada, but they pronounced it Coshada.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just say Red River.
That's the way to do it. Red River Bulldogs taking on the Richwood Rams Friday night down in Coshada. Coach, hope all goes well for you and your boys, and again, our best to Ronnie.
All right, yes, sir. I'll make sure I tell him.
All right, man. We'll see you soon.
All right,
John
y'all
Buckland.
take care. All right.
It's a good man.
Yeah.
That's a good man. I like old John Buckland.
He is a guy who catches some Z's in his office chair. No doubt about that.
No lie. I know we're behind a break here. So I get back here. Puff was working with me production stuff.
Yeah.
We get through. It's about 1:30. I'm in there talking to Greg till about 1:30. Call Allie. I'm like, I'm not coming home in between. I'm just going to stay out here since I'm already here. Run and grab some lunch. Get back here. I eat it. I got the lights off in here. It's starting to storm outside. I mean, it was perfect.
Oh, yeah.
2:30, 2:45. You know, I look at my watch. It's literally like 2:30. I'm like, man, if I close my eyes for like 20, 30 minutes, I'll be A-okay. That'll give me an hour to prepare for hanging with Hester. Close my eyes. I'm not asleep 5 minutes, and the door opens. Lights are off in here.
Mm-hmm.
Door opens. Startles me. I wake up, and the door shuts, and the guy walks away. I'm like, A, why would you open the door of a dark studio? B, if you're going to open the door and you see me in here, why are you walking away? It was Cupcake.
The gift that keeps on giving.
You got something to say? Angry at Tim? Perfect. He loves those calls. He's used to them. 318-320-1130.
Tim was angry yesterday.
Oh, boy.
I love my Cupcake, but I was like, dude. I was like, all I wanted was like a 10 or 15 minute nap.
Yeah.
No one knew I was here. Walk-On's Bistro and Bar. People are going to know you're there. Tonight, Bird, Shreve fans.
Perfect.
Woo, buddy, that is the place. I'm telling you. Cock-a-doodle-doo, yes. Go get you some buffalo chicken sandwich before the Bird Shreve game. Absolutely the perfect pre-game headquarters tonight. Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, Erie Drive.
I'm a dinner free agent tonight. I'm on my own.
Hey, there you go, buddy. And now let's say that the game's going to be over by 9:15.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. The Rams and the Vikings are playing.
Uh-oh.
God, I'm 20 minutes from the house, but
That's
I'm
not going to be over till 11.
3 minutes from Walk-On's. I know I've already eaten dinner there, but I could have a late-night snack. Maybe watch the rest of the NFL game.
You can make worse decisions.
Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, ESPN's #1 sports bar in America, but I will tell you this, it is a fantastic restaurant. It's a great bar, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
Great sports bar.
A little bit of everything for everybody.
But the food, it keeps the non-sports fans
No doubt.
absolutely coming back. We love Walk-On's Bistro and Bar supporting the Tim Fletcher Show. You know, they used to call me the Mississippi Queen back in my high school days, Adam. I ever told you that story about how that was one of my high school nicknames?
That actually might be one I'd like to know more about because that's very odd.
Well, it has to do with poker.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Lost your interest? You thought it was more cross-dressing than poker, huh?
I thought you were about to make a big revelation.
Oh, no. Keep it on the down low.
Right.
Stephen Dennis next here on 1130 The Tiger. Let's Swoop Stores. Brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport. 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City. Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street. They're open from Hump Day to Holy Day. Wednesdays through Sundays, 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. And it's the home of the Fat Calf Boucherie. Oh, you want local meats? They've got them for you. Mouth-watering food, incredible craft beer. It's in one place. Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall.
Welcome to Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, where every dish starts from scratch. Fresh ingredients bring our food to life. Mouth-watering cuisine, unique flavors, and we're always more than happy to share our Southern charm and culture. A love of life, family, food, friends, fun, sports, and celebrations. Walk-Ons. It's game day with the taste of Louisiana.
Introducing Landers Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the biggest epic battle of the century in the world forever.
It's Tom Hofflinger standing by with Trey Connor McRogers. Connor, some of our competitors are complaining that we're bullying them with our low prices during Ram Power Days.
Tom, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I want to take this time to apologize to absolutely nobody. We're going to keep beating them with our 22.898 trucks over and over and over again. They're just a bunch of fanboys, Tom.
That's right, Connor. We're going to keep selling brand new 2018 Ram 1500 full-size four-door truck for just $22,898.
Save so much you can rock Gucci mink like me.
Now stop by Landers during Ram Power Days, I-220 Benton Road in Bossier City.
And remember, if it doesn't say Landers, you probably paid too much.
Let Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
My lawn's been worn out by summer, not to mention by my kids.
This year, use Scott's in the fall. Just one more feeding gives your grass the nourishment it needs to recover from the wear and tear of summer, while also building resilient roots to help prevent a weak, thin lawn next spring.
This fall, my kids and my grass are back out to play.
This is a Scott's Yard. Now's the time to feed your lawn. Pick up a bag of Scott's Winter Guard today.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's #1, #2 employee. Leave a message at the... Hey, Jamie, it's me, Jamie. This is your daily pep talk. I know it's been rough going ever since people found out about your a cappella group, Mad Harmony, but you will bounce back. I mean, you're the guy always helping people find coverage options with the Name Your Price tool. It should be you giving me the pep talk. Now get out there, hit that high note, and take Mad Harmony all the way to nationals this year! Sorry, it's pitchy.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
It's time! The JCPenney $10 off $10 coupon giveaway is this Saturday morning.
In-store only and supplies are limited, so you better hurry. And she left without me. Hurry into fall deal days at JCPenney to grab apparel for the whole family with $7.99 select A&A long sleeve tees for her and $12.99 select St. John's Bay long sleeve knits for him. And don't forget to get in-store early Saturday only to get your $10 off $10 coupon. JCPenney. Style and value for all. Coupon valid 9/29. Giveaway available in stores only while supplies last. Must be 18 years or older. Exclusions apply. See store for details.
Who knew ADT, a home security company, offers caddy service? On the 18th hole, you get a buzz from your ADT app to check the front doorbell. It's your new 9-iron, delivered safely. The ADT app helps protect your family, home, and packages, but not your golf stroke. So you can keep practicing knowing everything's safe at home. Caddy service, brought to you by ADT. Visit ADT.com/smart to learn more. License information available at ADT.com. ADT, real protection.
1130 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
This is 1130 The Tiger.
First things first, I'ma say...
And we are back on 1130 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show. First Choice Personnel, 797-7810. 797-7810. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice your last call. They are in dire need of clerical workers, warehouse workers, oil field shop workers, CDL licensed drivers. You can almost book it that those are jobs that they can fill on a regular basis. First Choice Personnel, locally owned and operated, family owned and operated, with offices right here in Shreveport, of course, sprinkled throughout East Texas as well, where, oh, by the way, that's a lot of oil field workers out there getting put to work thanks to First Choice Personnel. And remember, my good friends, if you're an employer and you are having difficulty filling that roster spot of yours, by all means, give them a call. First Choice Personnel. Let's get to the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline.
Coaches Conversations brought to you by First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice your last call.
It's Stephen Dennis, your head coach of the Huntington Raiders. Hello, Coach Dennis. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are y'all?
We are doing A-OK, man. The positivity keeps on coming forth from you, buddy. Tough one last week against Minden, but I'm sure that if there's anybody that can see a silver lining in a 35-0 loss, Stephen Dennis is the guy I guarantee you could see a silver lining.
Well, I do believe that. We have in our coaching staff, we have they call me #GlassHalfFull. Because I'm always going to find, the positivity in it. That's just guys. That's just how we coach and how I choose to, roll.
That's the way I guess
is the term you would say.
I like that. They called Adam Glass Half Dirty.
Don't talk about my boy like that. Now.
Yeah, these are my people. They got my back.
I understand. Who's got my back? That's what I'm looking for.
We're soccer brethren.
That's true.
No, that's true. Y'all are both big soccer. Now, do you like soccer, Coach? I mean, do you like? Are you a Premier League guy, a World Cup guy?
I'm more of a. Do y'all remember a coach named Fred Smith that coached at Northwood and Parkway for years? Coach Smith coached me, and he used to call it communist kickball. No, I'm kidding.
That's what Bachman calls it.
He calls it communist kickball?
Kickball. No,
good grief.
I just know, guys, it's really, we started coaching it over at Northwood, and with Coach Gatlin, he got me, kind of sucked me in with that, and then, kind of went, all right, now you're going to do it by yourself. And and so I really enjoy it. It's fun, and you get to go out there, and you get to work with a different group of kids, and so we have fun with it. It's a good thing.
You might find your next kicker out there.
Our kicker is our best soccer player.
There you go.
So,
see, he's already a benefit.
Yes, sir.
It helps.
Who is it? What's the kid that was your? That's a goalie. That was
the unsung hero.
Yeah.
MJ, Michael Johnson.
Yeah. So there we go.
Yep.
See, you find football stars everywhere, Stephen Dennis. This week you're hosting Bossier in a battle between two schools that are hungry for a win, obviously. Is this a game where, Concilio, let's just pretend he's not listening. Is this the throw out the kitchen sink and everything else, Adam, kind of a game?
Well, I mean, I think at this point when we're 0-4 searching for a win, that's something that we're trying to do every week. Last week we, started the game off about as bad as you can. Had what we felt like would have been a first down pass that hit right off the kid's hands, bounces in the air, Minden intercepts it, gets the ball on the 15-yard line on the third play of the game. The very next series, perfect snap, it just hit the quarterback in the hands, goes through his hands, they scoop and score. So, great job by Minden. First off, don't, take anything away from them. They did a great job of executing and capitalizing on our mistakes. And then, you blink your eyes and you're down 14-0, and you got to really try to keep the kids motivated and get coaching to try to, to get them to say, we got to worry about the next play. That's stuff's in the past, and you got to worry about the next play. And I think you carry that over into this week. But, we did some, we had our Rhino package out there. We handed it, those two big D tackles we have, they have blocked their tails off for 2 years. And so we got in some third and short situations, and we turned and handed the ball to them, just saying, hey, can we get something started, get some excitement going? And that was some, you kind of look at outside-the-box things. Those are some things we did last week. And, right now we're just looking for how can we continue to play good defense and how can we continue to grow. We're very, very young on offense. We're starting 3 sophomores and a freshman on the offensive line right now. Oh. And, we're excited about those guys, but they're learning that Friday night 4A football is a lot different than Monday or Tuesday night, JV or middle school football for some of them.
When you said, I tend to do this, and my wife can attest for this, I tend to kind of run ahead of when someone's talking, I try to kind of figure out what they're going to say while they're saying it so I can prepare to ask a question, So when you said we're starting 3 sophomores and 1 freshman, I thought you were going to say on either offense or defense. You said on the entire offensive line, 5 spots, 3 sophomores, 1 freshman. Holy smokes. Wow. Welcome to the big show there, kids.
And like the freshman that's starting is going to be a heck of a football player. He's 6'2", 270 pounds, is going to be a heck of a football player. He is just literally learning what Friday night football is on the fly. And, you know, we've got some injuries, just like everybody has this time of year. So, you know, some of those guys are playing, and hopefully we get, you know, we got some juniors. You know, I was talking to my offensive line coaches the other day, and we're sitting there looking at the group. We've got a group of about 14 offensive linemen, which, you know, last year we had about 8. So we're, you know, our numbers are up. And, you know, when you say you've got 76 kids on the football team and 50 of them are 9th and 10th graders, that's what it is. And we have one senior offensive lineman in the entire group of offensive linemen.
Wow.
You know, and so the talent is going to be there. It's just they've got to grow and mature and get better every day.
Good grief. Well, that's the young programs. This is what happens, you know. You got to do these type of things and go through your growing pains. So maybe Friday night the growing pains are rewarded with baby aspirin. You know, that's what I used to have to take an ad, growing pains. Got St. Joseph baby aspirin. I got a leg ache. Here's a St. Joseph baby aspirin. Thank you. So keep those on handy there if you want to, Coach. When's the last time you were watching a game on TV and you thought, boy, that looks pretty good. I might want to put that in our game plan?
Sir, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that question.
When's the last time you were watching a game on TV and you saw something work, you went, that's a pretty good idea. We might want to try that and put it into our game plan.
You know, I'll tell you one thing. Was watching the Ohio State TCU game a couple weeks ago, and I really thought that the tempo that TCU opened the game with, if you notice, you know, they ran. It was something that they really ran about 2 or 3 plays. But if they got a big play, they just immediately went to ran it again. And I really felt like if they had kept that tempo, they tried to actually slow it down a little bit as the game went on, and I think that kind of helped Ohio State get back into it. But, you know, those are things with being so young on offense, it's also become a thing of, okay, what's going to be our identity as we move forward with this young group? And so those are the things that we're focusing on right now. And I think you've got to constantly, good coaching is feeling. And so you just constantly look around and, you know, say, well, what's working over here? I'm not I want to get better every day. Matter of fact, I got better this morning. My wife's car's in the shop, so we dropped the boys off at school, and I found out I got to get way better at driving too, because on the whole ride over here, as she dropped me off at work, I found out I got to get a lot better at driving too. But I'll call other coaches, and you know, I had a good conversation with Reynolds Moore this weekend about, you know, what did y'all work for y'all against Bossier? And so I think, you know, you got to put some of the, you know, pride or whatever you say you have as a coach and say, look, I just don't want to get better. And if somebody went and scored 50 points or 40 points or 30 points against this team, evidently they had something that was working. Let's try to go see what that was.
Adam, that makes sense to me.
A lot of sense.
Stephen Dennis, head coach for the Huntington Raiders, taking on the Bossier Bearcats this week at Independence Stadium tomorrow night. Of course, a couple of games tonight in the high school ranks. Northwood hosting those Benton Tigers that you were just speaking of. And, of course, Captain Shreve and Bird in their annual grudge match, district matchup tonight at Lee Hedges. 4-0 Shreve, 3-1 Bird. 2 really good games on tap tonight. Coach Dennis, you know, when you are looking around and taking all this advice, some of the advice that my lovely bride has given me and tries to tell everybody, get enough rest. That's the one thing that you can control, your diet and your rest. Are you eating vegetables, and are you getting enough sleep?
Well, I don't know if I'm eating vegetables. You know, my beautiful wife tries to get me to eat a lot of vegetables. And enough rest. I don't know if there's any football coach in America that's getting enough rest right now. But, you know, it's one of those things when you try to do as a coach, you know, when you come home, be home. You know, I've got 2 little boys that are just the apple of my eye, and so when I come home, they don't care whether Daddy had a good day or a bad day. They just want to see Daddy. And I think that makes that special. And so I think when you look at that, whether I'm getting enough rest or not, I've got a supporting wife that just loves the heck out of me and supports us, and I've got 2 boys that, whether Daddy's 4-0 or 0-4, they're just excited to see Daddy. I think when you've got those 2 things, you know, I think no matter what's going on at work, you're going to have a happy attitude. And it's easy for me to be positive.
That's good. Well, it certainly shows up, at least when we talk to you, how positive you are. Stephen Dennis, head coach for the Huntington Raiders. So far, we've only talked to one coach who's sleeping on a waterbed, and that's Kevin McGee, and it seems to be working for him.
Guys, I don't even know if I've ever even laid down on a waterbed. You know.
I think it's one of these things, if you see it in the wild, I don't think people would know what it is.
I really wouldn't. I mean, honestly,
why is that
I'm
jiggle?
getting where, you know, you always you're this young coach. I'm really starting to realize I'm not as young as I thought I was, but I can honestly say I think I'm young enough that the whole waterbed scene was past my time.
You're a memory foam. I bet you're a memory foam guy.
I am a memory foam guy. We sleep very comfortably on our memory foam mattresses.
See, this is why Gatlin's so successful. He's tapped into the young memory foam craze, and that's what he sleeps on. It's good enough for the young bucks like Stephen Dennis. Mm-hmm. It's got to be good enough for the old guys. See, that's like, I bet Gatlin's even got Snapchat.
If memory foam is good enough for the astronaut, it's good enough for us.
There you go.
I think we just got to. If we ever someone who wants to advertise memory foams, I think we got our spokesman here in Stephen Dennis. You know, we got some money we can make off this guy as a spokesperson. Stephen Dennis, head coach for the Huntington Raiders. The guy is never, ever seemingly in a negative mood, and that is extremely good to see. Coach, it's going to pay off, man. Whether it's this week or next week or the week after, it's going to pay off sometime soon. Good luck to you and the boys.
We're going to keep climbing and clawing at it.
That's what you got to do. Good luck Friday against Concilio's crew.
Thank you. We're not turning down any luck. Appreciate it.
Man, see you, buddy.
Coaches around here, guys. Really
you betcha, man.
Thank you.
Why I need to be more positive.
Give it a shot.
It'll never work. It'll never work.
Your college football team is not helping you in that regard.
No, Rafe wanted me to ask, and I just saw this, Rafe, if Coach Dennis has noticed LaDante Davenport emerging at Tech because he coached LaDante at Northwood.
No.
LaDante had a pretty good game against LSU. And also, Stephen Dennis was on staff for Marquez Stevenson's time at Northwood.
That's right.
Couple of kids getting it done.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, I know you're getting ready to bust on loose out of here.
Yes.
What's on your mind? What do you got? What kind of wisdom do you want to share with the people before you take off? Yes, we need wisdom.
Sometimes it helps to get out of your own way. I think that's something that we can all probably do a better job with, myself included.
Sometimes you need to get out of your own way.
Mm-hmm. How about that? I don't know if that's a hashtag, but that's, I don't know.
It's not quite hashtag glass half full, but hashtag get out of your own way.
Get out of your own way.
You know what I did yesterday? 2 days ago? Honked at a lady who was driving in the middle of the driving rain down I-20, staring at her phone.
Oh, good God.
She literally, it was a grown woman, 45, 50-year-old woman, driving in the middle lane of I-20, pouring down rain. Yeah. It was Tuesday. We were going to Jimmy V's.
Yeah.
She's driving in the middle of the rain, and she's got her right hand on the wheel and her left hand holding her phone, and she never looked up from her phone in the middle of the interstate, pouring down rain. I got next to her. I'm like, we're getting ready to get off on the Benton Road exit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, never looked up.
Oh, good God.
I said, she's going to kill somebody.
That's the kind of stuff that makes it hard to be positive. That there
Stop
are people
texting and driving.
That there are people like that, clogging up the earth. And that's not, that's also a time where you really wish, and I probably go through this thought about twice a day on the road, God, why can't we have missiles attached to our car? I would just love for some sort of a rocket situation that I could just push a button and, yeah, exactly.
Anything like that.
I heard
Here's Adam driving to work. What's that idiot doing over there? Hold on. Let me load.
One of the absolute funniest things I've ever heard a comedian say, it was Jim Norton that said it.
It's pretty funny.
I forget what the situation was, but he said, if you do things like that, the government should be allowed to shoot electricity through your phone. I was like, God, that makes so much sense.
I think I'm for it.
Yeah.
I'm for it. I'm the guy that's like, hey, you want to pat me down before I get on a plane, before going to a stadium? Knock yourself out. If you want to zap somebody who's on their phone while driving, go for it.
Hello.
Text, scroll. Go for it. I am all for it. Bunch of morons out there texting and driving. You're going to kill me.
And let's throw rain into the equation.
And you know how hard it was raining Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right about 6:15 in Bossier. It was pouring down rain.
I have to go home and whip my kid.
Yeah, there's not enough of that happening anymore. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm not going to say who said this, but there was someone close to me in my family who said that some of these people who are just morons that get a slap on the wrist when they do something, the first time they get arrested for little things.
Yeah.
He said, okay, you get arrested and then they get bonded out and they're back on the streets and they get arrested again. He goes, just pull their fingernails off. First time they go to jail, first time they're arrested for something pretty serious, just yank all their fingernails off. Said second time it's the toenails. Third time you're in jail for good. I'm like, I think I don't want to miss. I don't want to cross you.
We know why we can't do those things, and why it's not a good idea. But at the same time, in the back of your mind, it's like that's not a bad idea.
I was like, I could see that being pretty. I would keep me from doing something stupid. All right, Bailey's Jewelers supporting our show. Bailey's on East Texas in front of Pierre Bossier Mall. Gary Bailey, Paul Little, cash on the barrel. You got gold, silver, or platinum to bring in? They'll gladly buy it from you, man. Bailey's supporting the Tim Fletcher Show. Hold on a second, Adam. Tim Fletcher Show, 11:30 The Tiger. We will be back right after this. Let Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City. Got a text from Jay Wang over at Chevyland. Man, he is high on this deal. They have got a great situation developing here with Silverados. Oh, is this the best looking Silverado they've ever made? $12,000 off Silverado Crew Cab Texas Edition with GM Finance and Trade Assistance. A huge sale, a huge deal right now at Chevyland. You know it by the feeling. 7500 Uri Drive in Shreveport, Louisiana. Donnie Brewer, Brewer Quality Homes, joining us here as always. And DB, I know things are exciting at 3830 East Texas because of a new arrival.
Yeah, we're getting Jessup Housing in, so we're very excited about this new house. It's the greatest value in a single wide on the market, 16 by 80 and $46,995, and it's loaded.
Now, when you say loaded, give me one example where this thing just kind of stands out above the rest.
It's construction, so 16-inch centers on your lumber. There's fiberglass showers and tubs instead of plastic, and porcelain lavatories. It's a very, very well-constructed house.
Brewer Quality Homes, 3830 East Texas. Everything Dottie touches turns to sold. Rogers, you're not a guy who likes a lot of saucy stuff, right?
No, not really.
Okay. So, kind of like me, when Jimmy V's brings out your fresh from scratch flour tortillas to the table.
Yes.
Is it not just amazing? Roll it up, a little butter.
No, a lot of butter.
And then into the sauce we go.
Yes.
It's like a meal in and of itself.
Oh, I could just eat that.
I literally could eat just the flour tortillas at Jimmy V's Fajita Factory.
That's how good they are.
They're that stinking good.
Yes.
Jimmy V's Fajita Factory, the home of fresh from scratch flour tortillas.
Have the rising temperatures gotten to you lately?
Yeah, it's getting hot outside.
Maybe you said a few things that you shouldn't have probably said to your significant other.
Oh, that's definite, yeah.
Well, if you got caught in the heat of the moment, here's a way to get yourself out of the doghouse.
I'm taking notes.
Go to Bailey's, pick up a little Happy.
Bailey's and a little Happy. The brown box from Bailey's. Allie and everybody loves getting something from Bailey's.
Something for everyone at Bailey's Fine Jewelers.
East Texas and Bossier City.
Chill and Hill Cryotherapy Spa. Go see them, 460 Ashley Ridge, Suite 600 in Shreveport. It's the place to be, man. If you're on the wrong side of 30 like I am and you're still doing the sports thing, still playing indoor soccer like I am, I got to be there. Whether it's the Normatec, the cryotherapy, that's the stuff that I'm into. But they've got other stuff as well. Cryo shaping. They've got memberships that are available for purchase as well. Go see them. Chill and Hill Cryotherapy, 460 Ashley Ridge, 798-4325.
Daiquiri Express bringing you frozen fun every single day of the week. Sunday Fun Day. They have happy hours extended from 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. And by the way, the happy hours at all 5 locations of Daiquiri Express, 4 until 7. It's BOGO time, baby. Buy one, get one free. Monday's got you down. How about happy hour starting at 3 o'clock? Oh, Tipsy Tuesday, $2 Jell-O shots, $2 off large daiquiris. Wacky Wednesday, buy one, get one free all day long. And on Thursdays, $22 gallons all day long. Daiquiri Express. Let's Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back, everybody. 1130 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show, getting all squared away here with you on this fantastic day. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday so far. 8:35 is the time. A reminder, mudbugshockey.com, that is the place to go. If you are looking for tickets or information about the Mudbugs, you know you can go to mudbugshockey.com and get it all squared away. The Mudbugs, if you haven't been to a game yet this season, come on, what you waiting on, man? It doesn't get much better. Vernon joins us right now, speaking of the Mudbugs, on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. Hello, Vernon. How you doing, sir?
Hey, man, fine. You know, I'm a LSU fan first, Arkansas second, because my parents are from Arkansas. I'm on my way to see my sister in Bentonville. I come up here about 7 or 8 times a year. And once I get close to Little Rock, you know, you start picking up all the hog stations and everything. What do you think I'm going to be hearing from them? Because, I mean, I don't think they've been probably as low as they've possibly been in years. So I'm curious to see what kind of talk I'm going to hear. You probably know what the feelings are there. And then the last thing, I know you probably can't go into detail on this, but because I listen to sports talk all the time and been listening to you for years, everybody at work and everybody I know keeps asking me about Rogers, and I just say, well, I have no idea. But first of all, what do you think it's going to be like when I start hearing the radio talk here on the way to Fayetteville, and any kind of update you can give us on Rogers?
Well, sure. As far as the Razorback stuff, more than likely, now if you listen to our buddies on the Buzz, that's like, let's see here, about 10 o'clock it'll be Justin Acree and our pal Wes Moore. Wes and I have been friends a long, long time. Acree and I have known each other a long time. It's a really good station, and they both are very realist about this stuff. And I think you'll hear that, hey, Arkansas is just not very good. You know, the fans are completely up in arms. I think that there is a segment of the population of Hog fans that are absolutely believers that they've got the wrong guy in Chad Morris. And I know that there are those who are more kind of understanding, like myself, who say, no, they've got the right guy, they just don't have the right personnel. Brett Bielema absolutely left the cupboard bare. So it is what it is. I mean, there's just not a lot of talent there in very key positions. They're hurting at quarterback, for especially what Chad Morris likes to run. They don't have the offensive line that they used to have. Bielema, that was his big deal, and he has certainly let them down as far as how he's recruited and how he's brought guys in. They're just not there. And then, you know, they've had a couple of injuries defensively, and they're getting some of those kids back. I know Greenlaw played last week. So you're going to hear a lot of negative calls, but I think that you'll hear some realism from the host, especially if you're listening to the Buzz. I think it's 103.7, and their show comes on about 10 o'clock in the morning, so you'll probably be right there in the wheelhouse here to be able to pick them up. Rogers, it's a family health issue. He texted me the other day and said that he wanted to come up and record Bob's show, so he was able to come in here and do Bob's show, and he stuck around and did Jacob's show. So that's where we are right now. But he's okay, but he's it's someone close to him having a family health issue that he is certainly trying to stay on top of. So I know he wishes and thanks everyone for the well wishes and the prayers. So, but Rogers physically A-okay. You know, there's just not a lot I can say. Okay, but I know that by not being able to say things, I know it's kind of led people to think, oh my gosh, is something wrong with Rogers? No, Rogers is okay. Good morning. Thanks for calling the Tim Fletcher Show. You are on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. How you doing today?
Hey, Fletch, how you doing today?
What's going on, Billy?
Oh, not much. I want to talk a little bit about the, I figured y'all touched on this morning a little bit, maybe.
What's
the
that?
Kelly Bryant situation at Clemson. What's your thought?
Well, my thought is that, it broke yesterday while we were on the air, and I think that the Kelly Bryant situation is just the tip of the iceberg. I think that you're seeing more and more. You saw with a couple of Auburn kids last week. As teams near that fourth game, if they've played 4 games, I think you're seeing guys that are saying, all right, well, I can go ahead and count this as my redshirt year and transfer next year, even if I'm a sophomore, junior, or a senior who's expiring with their eligibility. I can go somewhere and be eligible immediately. So why not, And so it's going to happen. I think that most people are surprised that it didn't happen first with Jalen Hurst at Alabama, that Kelly Bryant says that it's a slap in the face the way that it's been done, but I see the other side of the issue, and I see Dabo Swinney saying, look, that's why we did this now. We wanted to give him the opportunity that if he wanted to leave, that he could, because if he wanted to be a jerk, Dabo Swinney could have kept starting Kelly Bryant, could have started him this week against Syracuse. No one would have batted an eye, because you're thinking, well, is the guy that started all last year. He started the first 4 games this year. Why wouldn't he start the 5th game? And they bring in the Lawrence kid as they go through the game like they have all 4 games this year. But if he would have done that and then next week announced that Trevor Lawrence was going to be the starter and Kelly Bryant was the backup, then Bryant's done. He couldn't transfer anywhere else. His eligibility would have been used up. He would have played his 4 games. So by doing this, at least he's given a chance to go somewhere. And I know that there are a lot of people, going back to Vern's call, there are a lot of people who think that Arkansas would be a good fit for Kelly Bryant. Because Deshaun Watson was recruited, part of the recruiting process was through Chad Morris, who was the offensive coordinator out there when they brought in Deshaun Watson. And so, and I think, if my mind is right, he probably was the guy who landed Kelly Bryant as well. My math is correct. So he's going to go somewhere where he fits a system and he knows a coach that will be able to utilize his talents. So Kelly Bryant's going to end up okay. What's kind of weird, Billy, is that now Clemson, because the 3rd-string guy, who was a young buck, he transferred before the season because he knew he wasn't going to get any playing time. Now they've got a kid who looks like Poindexter as their backup behind Lawrence, that if he gets hurt, they're absolutely hosed.
All right, Fletch, I'm just going to take it this way, and you may disagree with it, but it's just my take on it.
Fire away.
I will never again hear a coach talk about team and unity and loyalty to a school again with this Kelly Bryant situation. Because you are right, he could have done that and he would have been the biggest to do it.
Yeah, absolutely he would have been.
All right, and I'm going to tell you something right now. I'd love to, I'm going to do some research and see if coaches are doing that to these kids right now. Because right now, that kid had given you everything that he could give you at that moment to your school. And if you did that way to him, I'll just say this. I don't want to hear Nick Saban, because of the Jalen Hurts, or Dabo Swinney ever talk about team and loyalty. Because if somebody is a redshirt sophomore and wants to get them out of their program, then I don't want to hear them fuss. Because they would not care to kick a known starter and a person who one took them to a national championship and the other one took them to a national championship game. Mm-hmm. I mean, semifinals in Kelly Bryant. What they've done all they can at that school, and some freshman or whatever comes in there and plays against air or lower-ranked competition, in my opinion, in Tua Tagovailoa and this Lawrence kid. And I haven't seen them what happens when somebody hits them in the mouth. And they are literally rolling the dice and saying, well, these guys are 100% better. I want to see what happens in Devin White, where it hits Tua across the, in the chest one day and see what happens. Because I don't know. well, every time I see him on there, I mean, he's not even hardly touched and everything, and it's a lot easier to be quarterback. And I'll just hang up on that one.
All right, buddy. Well, Billy, maybe you haven't been paying attention as much to Clemson football. Trevor Lawrence has been facing first-team defenses. He's been getting in there. They've been alternating. So he hasn't come in the third and fourth quarter and mopped up. Trevor Lawrence has been playing against the same defenses that Kelly Bryant's been playing against. It's almost like the way that, if you can think back, Billy, to Mississippi State during Dak's sophomore year. How they had the cat that was starting, and then they'd bring in Dak for a series, and that dude would do a series, and then Dak for a series. That's basically what Clemson is doing. They were alternating Lawrence and Bryant to where they each were getting a taste of first-team defense in first quarter and second quarter snaps. So it wasn't like Trevor Lawrence was out there mopping up against the Joe Bag of Donuts. He was playing against some pretty heady competition. You know, when it comes to competition, obviously there's a lot of folks out there who are in the sports medicine biz and the orthopedic biz. Highland Clinic Orthopedics, though, we are big fans of because we know what they stand for. We know how much of a big part they are in the world of high school athletics. Some of the sports medicine physicians over at Highland Clinic Orthopedics are treating Shreve, Houghton, North DeSoto, Loyola Parkway, Evangel. They've been that face of health for professional teams. I mentioned yesterday how Dr. Houts was the team physician for the Astros and Texans and Rockets, for Pete's sake. Dr. George Byram, he used to be the team doctor for Tulane. And he is absolutely one of, if not, I don't know how you rank who's the best doctor in the world for this kind of stuff, but he is absolutely at the top of the chart when it comes to surgery for knees, elbows, shoulders, sports injuries, and athletes of all ages. Dr. George Byron III, when it comes to arthroscopic surgery of the knee, elbow, shoulder, he is certified to perform surgeries using that innovative technology, the Mako robotic arm, which is less intrusive, less scarring, more precise, more accurate. He's the guy, Dr. Byram. All part of Highland Clinic Orthopedics, supporting the Tim Fletcher Show every single day of the week. Man, we got enough text here to last us a lifetime. Oh, boy. Resident Midwesterner down the hallway is texted in. We'll see what he has to say about baseball. Not a fan of you right now, Greg. I'll tell you that much. Tim Fletcher Show, 11:30, The Tiger. Rockin' and a rollin', reelin' and a rockin', bop, 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 ran. Your calls, your text, and more the rest of the way. Right here, 11:30, The Tiger. Stores, brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City. DB, the mobile mogul, joining us here. Dude, what's this Franklin home all about? It seems pretty spectacular.
Franklin's anything from a triple wide, quadruple wide, modular. The construction is second to none. They can do two-story homes, 712 roofs, granite quartz countertops. It is a fine house.
When you talk about just a different level of home, figuratively and literally, I guess, huh?
Yeah, it's basically site-built home built in a factory in a climate-controlled environment.
Don't have to worry about wet lumber or wet insulation.
That's right.
That's the way to do it. It's never wet, always dry, like Donnie's humor. Brewer Quality Homes, 3830 East Texas, Bossier City. McCullough, Russell Hall from Bayou Bell Waste in studio with us. Fellas, y'all are always in a good mood, and I have a feeling it's because of what you're doing down there and who you're doing it with, Bayou Bell.
Well, it's always great to go to work when you got friends to work with, and I tell you, it's just so fulfilling to be able to hire local people, support local families, and we just try to do some good.
Bayou Bell Waste, 671-9900, BayouBellWaste.com. There's a reason, Rogers, why frozen daiquiris are popular in Shreveport, Bossier.
Yeah.
Because it's so stinking hot.
Uh-huh.
You know what you need to do?
What?
Stop by Daiquiri Express.
And then?
Order one of the 150 flavors of daiquiris they have.
Uh-huh.
Go home, and enjoy the heck out of it.
Oh!
Daiquiri Express has a new location as well, 5750 North Market, across the street from Walmart, next to Trejo's. It's where the new I-49 is crossing through. 5 locations of Daiquiri Express. Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street. They're open from Hump Day to Holy Day, Wednesdays through Sundays, 11 a.m. till 10 p.m., and it's the home of the Fat Calf Boucherie. Oh, you want local meats? They've got them for you. Mouth-watering food, incredible craft beer. It's in one place. Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall. Are you down with the GBT? Hey, you know me. Of course I am. Gibbsland Bank and Trust, the great banking team. Couple of locations for you here in Shreveport, of course, Mansfield Road, Williamson Way, 5360 East Texas, and Bossier City. I want to stress again just the personal service you get with Gibbsland Bank and Trust. When you call customer service, they jump on whatever issue it is that you're calling about, immediately becomes priority one. You get that service at Gibbsland Bank and Trust. Let Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
1130 The Tiger is your home for Wrestling Observer Live, weekdays at 2 p.m., where we talk pro wrestling from around the globe. Catch us this afternoon at 2, right here on 1130 The Tiger.
The thrill of victory. KWKH AM Shreveport Bossier.
Hey, you're going to want to listen to this?
The home of LSU sports is 1130 The Tiger.
Hey, Billy, see, you should like that, Billy. We got you some fog hat there. Huh? Nothing wrong with that. Welcome back, kids. Tim Fletcher Show, 1130 The Tiger. A reminder that these storms that we had blow through yesterday, another good batch that came through, that cold front. The winds were howling, rain everywhere. I saw where a couple of folks had some big limbs down in their front yard. Well, you know who to call. Miller Tree Service, 747-1568, 747-1568. Miller Tree Service, family-owned and operated, local business, A-plus Better Business Bureau rating. They have 4 licensed arborists on staff, as opposed to those willy-nilly unlicensed arborists that are out there just making bad news for everybody. Huh. These folks get it done with the right people. So if your tree is down, you got limbs down, they can take care of it. If you have a tree that's been damaged by a storm, they can help try to save it. What about those black spots, white spots on a tree, fungus, among us? Let them treat it. That's what the arborists are for. You gotta love them. Miller Tree Service, supporting the Tim Fletcher Show, 1130 The Tiger. All right, so what do we got here? Bayou Bellways Trash Text Line. Greg, our brand manager down there, he shoots us a text. Yeah. And says, enough about Clemson. Let's talk about the Brewers in the playoffs. And make sure everyone is aware that Kristen Yelich's mom is about to become a star if she attends the playoff games. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Happy for them. Really happy. Good for the Brewers. Look at you, Brewers. That's great. Half a game behind the Cubs. Thanks a lot, Cardinals. Thanks for nothing. Couldn't do it, could you? Couldn't get it done. All you had to do was beat the Brewers one time, really. One stinking time. Nope. Not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Cubs now with a half-game lead. And somehow or another, the Cubs end up facing the Cardinals for the last 3 games of the season, with the Cardinals still literally in the playoff hunt, while the Brewers will face those mighty Detroit Tigers. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. It's ridiculous. Cubs are in the postseason, though, for the 4th year in a row, so I can't complain too much. They are the greatest team in baseball history. Bama Duck says, I can feel the frustration of you Hog fans. What? Bama spent 15 years wandering in the wilderness before Saban fell in our lap. Now, Bama Doug, you're trying to compare where Arkansas is right now with where Alabama was before Saban. Huh.
You're out of your freaking mind.
I don't know if I'm buying that. Rafe texted in earlier. Not a big deal, bro. I slept on memory foam myself. Going back to our where do the coaches sleep? Flying Elvis, every player that's ever had the privilege of playing for Ronnie Alexander has a lot of respect, admiration, and a very healthy fear of that man. Yeah. Underfaker on the barbacoa. If you haven't had the barbacoa taco at Jimmy V's, try it. Slow cooked pulled beef, onions, and cilantro. It's my new favorite. Oh, I tried it, Underfaker, and I liked it a lot. 903 said we need to get some cell phone towers put up in Red River Parish. Yeah, we had to go through the church secretary.
You hear me, you talk?
No, don't be so angry, Phyllis. Not the church secretary, but the school secretary to get to Buckman. Yeah, we need some more cell towers down there. Oh, great. More survivor picks. Can't wait to put those in. Your fantasy football week 4 appointment has been scheduled for regional urology for your vasectomy, Mr. Strangled Testicles. Paid in full by Sweet Lincoln's Mullet. We coming. Got beat by Sweet Lincoln's Mullet in fantasy football. So, you know how that goes. You know what I mean? We may very well have a very special surprise guest just texted me and said, hey, I'm ready to call in. Well, I think we'll take this, especially at this time, with what's going on. By the way, 318 area code, the unofficial LHSA power rankings for 4A have North DeSoto at number 2. Is that correct? Yes. Absolutely. And Northwood, who just beat them, is like 7 spots below them. So it's all about schedule strength. Adam was looking at it, projecting all the way out. Northwood could end up, even undefeated or with one loss or whatever, could still end up like 16th or 17th the way it's planning out right now because of the schedule strength. By God wants to know, is the Benton quarterback from last year playing ball? Garrett Hable is he's a walk-on at Tech. And they've got him working wide receiver, but Reynolds Moore said that they will try to get him at quarterback during the spring. Speaking of quarterbacks, joining us now on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline, from out of the blue, I believe, we got Brandon Harris on with us. Hey, Brandon, what's up, buddy?
Tim, what's up, man?
It's all you, man. Where in the world are you on this Thursday morning?
I'm in Tennessee, man. I'm in Tennessee, yeah.
Are you making your way through Tennessee, or are you, like, in Tennessee?
I'm like sightseeing right now.
Ah.
Yeah, but I'm in Tennessee though. I'm making my way through Tennessee. Yeah.
Where's the destination?
Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas. Boy, that'll make Adam Hester happy.
Adam, yeah.
So what's the plan, man? I know a lot of folks have asked. So what's Brandon Harris up to nowadays? What's he going to do? So, Brandon Harris, what's up and what you going to do?
I haven't figured that out yet. I have not figured that out yet. I'm going to find out. Just trying to,
You're young. You're single. Yeah. Wait, you're engaged now.
Engaged, that is true. So my girlfriend, the reason for the Austin move is my girlfriend, fiance, I still call her my girlfriend. So anyway, she runs professional track. So she's training at the University of Texas next year. So she is a professional athlete.
Ooh.
So she's running track next year. So she's a Puma athlete and all that. So, when somebody else is making more than probably half of the people that I see on a day-to-day basis, she's like, "Look, I got to go to Texas." It's kind of like, okay, let's go.
You're a smart man. That's what you call.
I try to choose right.
That's the way to do things. Brandon, you know all about the whole transfer situation. What better person to talk to about this than a guy who pulled the old graduate transfer move when you left LSU and went to North Carolina. Obviously, they've changed things around to where you don't have to wait to graduate with the new redshirt rule. For some reason, I imagine you know Kelly Bryant, and you probably know him pretty well. Is that why does that? I mean,
it's a very fair statement. Kelly, this is the thing, man. I wish this rule would have been implemented 20 years ago. All right, but I think what this rule hurts is kids are going to feel like, well, I don't know if they would take graduation as serious, because I look at it as an ultimate goal. I would go to college, and you want to graduate from college. I think that's one of the reasons why you're there. If you're there for 3 years, you're there for 4 years. Kelly's, and I saw that J.J. McCluskey, he transferred from Oklahoma State. He's a receiver he's from New Orleans. He's a Herald receiver. I think his dad's a defensive back coach at Tulane. And he was like one of their top receivers the last 2 years of this year. Mason Rudolph's out throwing the ball. And just from the headlines I read, I haven't reached out to him, but just from the headlines I read, I see that he don't feel like he's getting the ball enough, so he decided to transfer. And I just think the rule hurts I think this rule should have been implemented 20 years ago. I really feel like this rule should have been implemented 20 years ago. And I think the thing is you have the coaches who have been in such control of guys' futures for the last, since college football ever began. I don't know what the transfer, I don't know when they decided that transfer rule as far as you had to sit out a year if you didn't graduate. I don't know when all that was implemented, but I think this rule should have came about 20 years ago. And I think in Kelly's situation, I think it's a lot similar to my situation last year. Besides, Clemson's a lot better football team than what North Carolina was last year. With Clemson going to the semifinals with Kelly Bryant at quarterback. He's a senior. This is his last go-around, right? And whenever you've been unseated, by a true freshman, I mean, that's unfortunate. And when you're a senior initially, knowing Kelly and every quarterback and every player that plays college football, 90% of them or 98% of them, their dream is to go play in the NFL, right? And then, all the film that he has is from his junior year, and then you're going into your true senior year, and then you've been unseated by a freshman, and you're 4 games to the season, and this is your last audition to show that if you can play in the NFL. And I think that's unfortunate for him, but luckily this rule came about, and he's getting an opportunity to go play at another place. And I know as frustrated as he would be with Dabo right now, you got to give your hat off to him, because they could have did the other way and just said, hey, we're going to go out and start him against Syracuse. And he wouldn't have had this opportunity to go transfer somewhere else.
And that's that's what we were saying earlier, Brandon. Brandon Harris joining us on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline, is that if Dabo wanted to start him in the Syracuse game, no one would have batted an eye. It would have looked just like the last 4 games. And then he's got to guarantee that he's got a stud backup quarterback, because he knows that he couldn't transfer somewhere, and Kelly Bryant wouldn't have quit.
Right.
He would have had to stick around.
Right. So I know Kelly's probably, and I know he's probably very, very upset, but you got to have, hats off to, I know he's frustrated, but hats off to Dabo. In a lot of these cases, I've watched Clemson play a handful of times. I like to watch their offense, so I've watched them play all the games this year, and besides the cupcake win, but if it wasn't for Kelly Bryant, I don't think they'd make it out of College Station with a win. I don't know if you would have grabbed who else seen that game, but Kelly came in, he had 2 huge touchdowns.
Yep.
But they started Trevor Lawrence, I think, the second half, and their offense struggled. He threw 1 touchdown to a guy who the corner, like he mistimed his jump. But, if that kid's obviously the future, but, that kind of puts other guys in, compromising situations when you talk about the future, as in, you got a true senior here who's been there and who took you to the semifinals last year against Alabama. I don't know many teams that don't beat Alabama this year. I don't know any people that are going to beat them in the future. And then he loses his starting job week 4 in the game. And this is his senior year. It's not like, Dabo's on the fence to he's on the hot seat or anything.
Brandon Harris on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. Someone's asking here on the Bayou Bellways Trash text line, could Joe Burrow transfer again? I don't think so because he's a graduate now. And
he could transfer. No. He could very well transfer again. I don't think Joe. This is the deal when you're a graduate transfer. You can leave, like for instance, down and what happened last year. Not saying I would have left, but if you would have gotten the 4 games or whatever and said, the hell with them, you could just leave. You've already graduated from a school, so it ain't like you got to then graduate, which I did in North Carolina. It ain't like you got to then graduate from North Carolina. It's just you've already graduated. That's the rule. The rule's the rule. I know guys. For instance, I just know on the top of my head this guy named Ray Peavy, who went to Arkansas, who came out of high school with me.
Mm-hmm.
He transferred from Arkansas to SMU.
Right. Yep.
Then he transferred again from SMU to where's Lane Kiffin at?
FAU, Florida Atlantic. FAU.
Yeah. So now he's at Florida Atlantic. So you can go anywhere in the country that you want to once you graduate. But I just think, graduating. Transferring one time is a deal. But I don't think you go to getting in 3 or 4 times transferring, which I know guys who have done that. Blake Barnett is another guy. Blake, whatever, the guy who was at Alabama, he went to Arizona State. Now he's, I think, where Charlie Strong is.
Yep.
So one time is one thing, but going to transfer 2, 3 times, 4 times in some guy's case, that looks like that's not very good.
No, it starts looking kind of bad on the kid that you just keep kind of either getting beat out or you're afraid of the competition.
Right, but Tim, the interesting thing that I had this conversation with another college coach a couple of days ago. I won't say his name, but I had a conversation with him. He's like a mentor, so we talk on the phone every now and then. But we had a conversation. I said, I'd be interested to see how long this rule lasts, because you got coaches, like you got a player I know that I saw from Texas A&M, because you occasionally you got other guys who rebooted or whatever. But I saw another kid who transferred 4 games in a year, and he's a true freshman. It's kind of like, they're not getting, I guess, the playing time that they would hope for, and they transfer, and these guys are transferring left and right. So it's interesting. I would be very, very shocked if this rule lasts 3 years. I think the coaches will try to vote against it and say, no, we're not doing this. It's a bad look on the university. I don't know how it helps. I know it probably hurts them from an academic standpoint, because anytime you give a kid a scholarship, even though they get it your base, anytime you give a kid a scholarship and they fail to graduate or anything, I know there's like a black eye on the program. As far as I know, you can lose scholarships down the road. I'd be interested to see how long it lasts. If I was a betting man, I don't think it lasts longer than 3 years. They'll come up with a different solution.
Brandon Harris joining us on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. Brandon, can you hang on through a break and get one more segment with us?
Yeah, sure. I don't mind.
All right, buddy. Well, good deal. Hold tight. This is the Tim Fletcher Show, 1130 The Tiger, brought to you by Brewer Quality Homes, 3830 East Texas, in Bossier City, Louisiana. You know this. Donnie Brewer is going to make sure that you get everything you're looking for in a home when you stop by 3830 East Texas. His goal is to make sure that families are absolutely positively satisfied when they leave the area with that beautiful home, all signed, sealed, and soon to be delivered. So he's going to do the right thing. He's going to make it a price that just takes care of them and you. You know you're getting a beautiful home, whether it's Cabco or something from the Jessup line that Donnie, of course, has a hand in with the manufacturing plant down in Waco. Telling you, man, as much fun as they have over there, they also know how to treat customers the right way. That's why they've been in business so long, and that truly is why they are that successful. It's not all because of Donnie's 40 speed that they are that successful. It's not all because he can chug a gallon of water faster than most human beings can. It's because they know how to treat customers right and provide customers the right kind of deals with a beautiful home. Everything you're looking for in a house, you will find in a Brewer Quality Home. And remember, Donnie Brewer, everything he touches turns to sold. Brewer Quality Homes, supporting the Tim Fletcher Show. When we return here on 1130 The Tiger, we will be joined again by Brandon Harris, former Parkway Panther quarterback. Talk to him about Parkway, talk to him about college football, talk to him about LSU, talk to him about a lot of things. When we return, right here on 1130 The Tiger. The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810.
Welcome to Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, where every dish starts from scratch. Fresh ingredients bring our food to life. Mouth-watering cuisine, unique flavors, and we're always more than happy to share our Southern charm and culture. A love of life, family, food, friends, fun, sports, and celebrations. Walk-Ons. It's game day with the taste of Louisiana.
Introducing Landers Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the biggest epic battle of the century in the world forever.
It's Tom Hofflinger standing by with Trey Connor McRogers. Connor, some of our competitors are complaining that we're bullying them with our low prices during Ram Power Days.
Tom, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I want to take this time to apologize to absolutely nobody. We're going to keep beating them with our 22.898 trucks over and over and over again. They're just a bunch of fanboys, Tom.
That's right, Connor. We're going to keep selling brand new 2018 Ram 1500 full-size four-door truck for just $22,898.
Save so much you can rock Gucci mink like me.
Now stop by Landers during Ram Power Days, I-220 Benton Road in Bossier City.
And remember, if it doesn't say Landers, you probably paid too much.
The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810.
Is your computer slowing down?
Yep, I guess I need a new one.
Wait before you waste your money on a new computer. Go to mycleanpc.com and get a free computer diagnosis. In minutes, you can activate MyCleanPC software to clean out the junk that could be putting your privacy at risk. Unwanted pop-ups, errors, or spam not only slow your computer down, they may allow third parties to track your activities. Go to mycleanpc.com for a free computer diagnostic. Increase your computer speed today with mycleanpc.com.
Construction in Louisiana. Let's do it the right way. We have many outstanding builders and contractors doing excellent work throughout the state. Before selecting a contractor, make sure they're properly licensed and check references. Cheap prices do not always mean better. To verify licensure, visit lacontractor.org or download the free app, LA Contractor, from the Android or Apple Store. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to remind everyone, hire licensed contractors. It's the law.
At Honda, our legendary ATVs and Pioneer side-by-sides are designed to help you face every challenge so you can seize the day. And now, at the Honda 4-Wheel Clearance Event, you can make the most of today while saving serious money with amazing factory-to-dealer incentives on our most popular models. Hurry in and seize the day and the deals only at your Honda dealer. For your safety, read the owner's manual, wear a helmet and eye protection, always wear your seatbelt, and for side-by-sides, keep the side nets and doors closed. Pioneers and ATVs are for drivers 16 years and older. Factory-to-dealer incentives are good with select new and unregistered models. Dealer participation may vary. See dealer for complete program details. Offers end 10/31/18.
You're on 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back, everybody. 1130 The Tiger, brought to you by Gibbsland Bank and Trust, the great banking team. Our little program comes out every single day, 6 to 10. And, of course, Gibbsland Bank and Trust, a big part of our Friday Football Frenzy program as well, bringing you the unsung heroes. Every single week when we get together on Friday nights, we talk to our winning coaches afterward and say, hey, who's your unsung hero in these wins? For instance, Northwood last Friday, the kicker was their unsung hero. Did an incredible job. A lot of kicks into the end zone. For Benton, it was sophomore Cade White. Had a lot of tackles in the backfield. Phenomenal human being. His dad was a quarterback at Benton, and now he's out there getting things done as a sophomore. Calvary, it was Michael Johnson. He's not a starter, but he pats everybody on the rear end and cheers him up on the sidelines. Team player. He's the kind of kid that you like to have on the program. Was a help for Calvary. Jordan Nelson was the Gibbsland Bank and Trust unsung hero for North Webster. 2 touchbacks, punted him deep in the, kept giving North Webster a good field position and putting West Washington on bad spots. Gibbsland Bank and Trust, the unsung hero in the financial world. They are your unsung hero supporter on Friday nights. GBT, Mansfield Road, Williamson Way, Highway 80 in Bossier next to the Bellagio, and of course, coming soon, Line Avenue, Gibbsland Bank and Trust. Brandon Harris joining us on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. Brandon, you still there, buddy?
Yes, still there.
All right. Let's talk a little college football. So far, what do you think of the LSU offense with Steve Ensminger pulling the trigger and Joe Burrow at quarterback?
Yeah. How about Joe's performance so far this year? I think it's been outstanding, especially for a guy who's coming in, who came in, I guess, in May or whenever he got on campus. But he's been a very, very big uplift to them. It's so exciting to see the guys that were freshmen whenever you were, I think I was a junior, and D. Anderson and Stephon Sullivan and all of these guys, Nick Brissett, who's finally getting his opportunity, who's an incredible person, everything he's been able to battle with over the course of his career, and all of these guys who are young guys. Devin White, who is, I tweet out every Saturday, Devin White for Heisman, because I think he needs to be in that conversation, because I think he's the best linebacker in football in college, or in one of the better athletes. And then you got Greedy Williams and Christian Fulton, who's finally getting to play. John, who was the older statesman back then in the roaming the backfield. All these guys that are getting opportunities to play now, and you just remember when they were freshmen, and it's so exciting to watch them play, and it's been exciting to watch. And I think Steve, to answer your question about Coach Ensminger, I think he's done a great job. Believe it or not, I still see wrinkles of plays that we ran whenever I was there. But it's been exciting to watch him call the plays and get his opportunity to call that his alma mater, and it's been exciting to watch. I sit there every Saturday, like every other LSU fan there is, and every other person who watches LSU faithfully, and unfortunately I'm not supposed to do this, but bite my nails and everything, especially the Auburn game. I like to give myself a heart attack watching that game, especially in that fourth quarter. But it's exciting to watch.
How good can this team be? The thing is, Terrace Marshall pretty well, former Parkway Panther, just like yourself. Yeah. I think that he's still scratching the surface. He doesn't look quite comfortable yet with his route running or in the system just yet. But when these young receivers do get on the same page with Joe Burrow, with Steve Ensminger, I really think they've got something special brewing at wide receiver. What's your take on that?
Yeah, those receivers are, they're outstanding guys. As far as, you're not going to walk in a room and see a much more nice-looking group of guys. You got Stephon Sullivan, who's every bit of 6'6" and a half, 225 pounds, and runs low 4.4, or maybe, and then you got D. Anderson, who's every bit of 6'5" and a half. Terrace is 6'3", 6'4". You got, Derek Dillon, who adds a special dynamic. He's very, very fast. I was so excited because he's been through a lot too. I was so excited to see him score a touchdown against Auburn because nobody deserves it more than he does. But it also could be very, very special. Then you got Ricky Jefferson's brother. I think he was a late add to their class, and he's been phenomenal. Man, he's been really, really talented. And believe it or not, he looks smaller on the field. But if you get up on him, he's a sneaky 6'3", 6'3", 2. So they got a lot of plethora of talent in that room. I think Steve's probably just trying to figure out. I know right now they're kind of playing them all right now, but I think Steve's probably trying to figure out just how to get those guys the ball. And I think the biggest thing is trying to protect Joe as much as possible, because I know they're probably young up front. Garrett Brunfield being probably the older statesman who's been there the longest, but I think Steve's done a great job of mixing it. I think they want to probably be more efficient in their passing game, completing a lot more passes than what they do. And I think that'll come with time. You see some drops here and there, and I think most of that is just Joe got in that late. Anytime you're rotating, 4 or 5 quarterbacks in fall camp, it's not one to get continuity. I think you're going to week 4 this week, probably week 5. I think you'll probably, their passing game probably start to take off inch by inch every single week. So I think they're getting better and better protecting as well as throwing the ball. And I think Steve's probably just a preaching, because I've been in the room with them. There's no excuse that you shouldn't be completing. He thinks in college 70% of your pass. That's what Steve believes. And I know that just from being in the meeting room with them and understanding how he thinks. And he's a hard guy to play for, because he's very, very tough on his quarterbacks, because he expects a lot out of you.
Well, I think that's what you want, though, isn't it, as a quarterback? Don't you want someone to be tough on you?
Yeah, I mean, he's outstanding. I'm being honest with you. And I'm not saying this just because I know the guy, and I've known him since my freshman year in high school.
Mm-hmm.
He's outstanding to play for. He's a person who he's very, very honest and very upfront with you. You know, nowadays you got a lot of stuff that most of the cases you get a lot of coaches who sugarcoat stuff, but he's not one of those ones. He's not going to bite his tongue. He's going to tell you exactly how he feels, and if you don't like it, you just don't like it. And it's just that simple. And I think that's the biggest thing that you understand from him. Let him have been the quarterback coach going into, and not that I had anything against Coach Bennett. I never met him a handful of times. If he had been the quarterback coach probably moving forward where there's a stability, because at that time we didn't know, I probably would have stayed and played for him because he's just that incredible. He's unbelievable, and I'm so excited for him. I just hope he keeps dialing him up. I spoke to him probably last week for his birthday, and I'm so excited that he's doing well and that he's got that offense moving in the right direction.
Your impression of what Coach Orgeron is doing as the head coach here in his second full season?
I think he's hired great people around him. I think he hired Coach Ensminger. I don't think he did any better than Coach Aranda, defensive coordinator. So anytime you hire people like that are around you, although I don't know how long he'll keep Coach Aranda, because I think the job that he's done, I think it's going to warrant other schools to come and try to offer him to be a head coach. I think he is a head coach. I think he's got big potential and big upside to be a head coach. But as far as I think he's had great people around him who's done a great job of putting him in good positions and setting him up to win games. And anytime you're a head coach, that's what you want. Especially when you got other guys who are just so dominant. You look up at Arkansas, I think Chad Morris calls the plays. You look at Texas A&M, Jimbo calls the plays, and I've been very impressed with what Jimbo's done too, just because I think he's the best quarterback coach probably in the country. You look at everything. You look at A&M's quarterback situation last year, and just the leap that Kellen Mond has taken this year. I mean, it's like, I'm a LSU homer, but it's like if you're a high school kid coming out of high school, how do you not go play for Jimbo Fisher if you're a quarterback?
Good point. And I think that's why you see Kellen Mond looking like he does right now, and he's kind of, I don't even know if that's the quarterback that Jimbo really would have coveted, but it's interesting how he's gotten better just by playing under Jimbo Fisher.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. I don't know, and I talk to Damian Craig all the time about this, and Damian has always been, Coach Craig has always been he played for Jimbo, a very big advocate for Jimbo, and it's like, and I know DeAndre Francois very well, and I've always asked him, what is Jimbo, what is he teaching them? Because every quarterback that he gets, I mean, you notice, you look on the sideline, he all cuts them out now. But as far as playing, they go out there and they play lights out. I mean, it's just like, I don't know what he's teaching, but I mean, it's impressive stuff.
When you look at Joe Burrow, do you see a guy who's still kind of almost reaching the potential? Because obviously Joe Burrow is going to be more than a 45-50% passer. You got to in this league. What do you see about Joe Burrow that gives you hope for LSU fans that he's going to finish really strong this season?
The guy has moxie to him. He is. I've never met him, but from everything I've heard, from just obviously got friends who are now graduate assistants and everything. The dude has some moxie to him. He'll stand in there. I mean, you look at Miami and a couple of those other games. He's been there. They got a lot of guys who had played together along that offensive line, and that's really important. But the dude stands in there, he takes a beating, and he's still standing there firing the ball. I mean, that's some impressive stuff. And I don't know, you look at Urban Meyer, and he has an opportunity to beat Urban Meyer. I mean, Urban's a lot like that, and all the quarterbacks who ever played for him are like that. But then you mix Joe with a guy like Steve Ensminger, who signifies everything that you see him doing on the football field. It's impressive stuff, and I think it's really impressive. I just hope I pray and hope he stays healthy throughout the year, because they're going to go as far as he goes, and I just think that defense is playing lights out, and I know they're playing with so much confidence, and I know Joe's playing with so much confidence. The only thing I think of Wayne is just his moxie. That dude plays with, you can tell he's bringing it, and you don't see any fear in his eyes.
Taking a look at Alabama.
Oh God, yeah.
Brandon, I think this is the best Alabama team that Saban's had, and I think that with Tua Tagovailoa, that this is the best quarterback he's ever had.
Right.
What's your impression of him so far and just Alabama in general?
Yeah, man, it's hard to watch. It's like, man, you look at them, this may be the year their offense is significantly better than their defense. I don't think it's the defense that he's had of old. But, man, if you look at and I thought it was interesting, Herbstreit came out before the season started and said with Tua as quarterback, he thinks they can score 45, 50 a game. They've done that and more. So I think he is more – I've never seen a guy I don't know if he's 6 feet or under, but he's so talented and he's so accurate with the football. And I thought it was interesting. I watched a lot of their A&M game, and the game was close. Like, A&M went down and scored, and it was a pretty good ball game to start going into halftime. And I watched it. A&M went down and did a 70-yard drive, and I watched while they were in 2 minutes where Alabama was. Nick Saban was over talking to the defense, and that showed me how much confidence that he has in that quarterback to get it done. And if you Jalen Hurts, it's like, what do you do? And this guy is out there putting up, monumental numbers, through the first 4 games. I think he's right now the runaway Heisman winner. If my man Devin White doesn't win it, I'm protesting for that. But he is he's been very, very impressive. And I agree with you. I just don't see how a team stops him. I think you got to put the same amount of athletes on the field. I think this year, LSU give him a run for that money.
Chad Morris up at Arkansas I think is going to be the right guy at Arkansas. I assume when he was out at Clemson, when you were in high school, did you get recruited?
If Kelly Bryant ends up at Arkansas.
See, I think that's actually not a bad landing spot for him, to be honest.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, if it's not Alabama, it'll be Auburn or one of those type schools. Because you got Jarrett Stidham probably will leave after this year. I don't know if he's a senior or not, but he'll probably leave after this year. So you got those type of spread schools.
What about Chad Morris gives you confidence, if you're a Razorback fan, that he's the right guy?
Yeah, that's a hard question. I've watched anytime that's just a tricky question. I think for them, their defense has been playing significantly better with Chief up there running the defense. I know they held Auburn to their season low in probably I think the history or the last 10 years in their program. I think they held Auburn to 185 yards of total offense. They still got beat, but I think anytime a new head coach, you got to get your type of players in there. Obviously, you go from running a pro-style offense to now he's a true spread it out. He's gonna throw it X amount of times a game. In comparison to when Brett Bielema was there, they were throwing it 25 times and probably trying to go in there and run it 40 times a game and just manage the game. Now he's gonna do the polar opposite, and they're gonna throw a lot of bubbles, and they're gonna throw he's gonna get a quarterback in there that fits his system. Not saying the guy that doesn't, but he got to put his blueprint on the program. And for me, everything I've heard from Trey Quinn and people who play for him, they really do like him. So it'll just be interesting to see what he does. I think that whole conference, the SEC West, has gotten a lot better with coaches that are around that. You get Jimbo. Not saying anything was wrong with Coach Summerlin, but you get Jimbo, who's an offensive guy, and then you get Chad Morris, who's an offensive guy. So I think that conference got a lot better.
One guy we haven't asked you about, it's Greedy Williams. Redshirt sophomore for LSU, who's going to be a top 10 pick in the NFL draft when he comes out after this year.
Maybe.
Yep, top 5, depending on what the needs are. Yeah, it depends on what they're looking for. If you're looking for a cover corner, I don't know who would be better than this guy.
Yeah.
He was a 4-star kid coming out. He wasn't recruited by, Alabama didn't even offer him. They recruited him, it didn't offer. It was basically, if I remember right, Oklahoma State, where his brother is, A&M, and LSU and Arizona kind of were really big in on him as well.
Yeah.
I think he was kind of an unheralded part of the recruiting class that I don't think anyone saw what we're seeing in Greedy now, for instance.
Yeah.
Just how good is Greedy Williams, in your opinion?
He's extremely, extremely, extremely good. I remember he was my true junior year. We're out there doing 7-on-7s, and we're getting ready to play. We're getting ready to have our game. Our games are 7-on-7, and you go against. Sometimes you get in there, you go with other classmen, and you got Craven Durrell out there. So, of course, Rudy's talking noise. Blah blah blah. We played against each other when I was in Parkway, and he went to Calvary.
Mm-hmm.
We played against each other. But he is a guy who plays with a ton of confidence. Rightfully so. He's extremely talented, and he's a long corner. I mean, he's got some size. He's another 6'2", 6'1", 6'2" cornerback who's extremely big, raw, and a guy who plays extremely hard. But he came in the right way. He worked extremely hard, and he's going to reach it some next year. I'm excited for him. Of course, he does not. There's no chance. I think in hell he comes like LSU. Whereas Richard Jennings, he's a top 5 pick in my opinion, but he's really, really good. I just remember Summers in 7-on-7 and trying him, and he picked me off several times. So he kind of knew something was special, and I'm excited for him. I'm excited to watch him play the rest of this year, and I think he knows what he said. I mean, if I'm a quarterback, I would not throw the ball towards the play. I throw everywhere other than Greedy, and he has the perfect name to be a cornerback. Absolutely.
Now, this week against Ole Miss likes to chunk it downfield. To me, it seems like
Ole Miss don't throw it.
They're going to throw it. They may not throw it in his direction. They may not throw it in Christian Fulton's direction. So, to me, it leaves between the numbers area, the safeties. I think LSU safeties are going to have a huge game for them to keep Ole Miss from staying in this game, because I think that Ole Miss is going to take their shots down the field between the numbers.
Where's the game at?
It's at LSU, 8:15 start.
Oh, Jesus Christ. They'll have some people in there drunker than Cooter Brown.
Yes, as always. But just another 2 more hours to drink.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That'll be a wild game.
It could be wild. May want to stay away from that one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know I'm in attendance for the Georgia game. Yeah, I'm excited to watch the Georgia game.
No, that'll be fun. That could be a doozy right there. A couple of things here for you, Brandon, before we let you go, man. A lot of folks are interested. EH texts in and says, hey, did Brandon participate in track in middle school or high school?
High school, yes. Middle school, no.
He said that I bet you could throw a javelin as far as a football field. Well, what did you do in high school track? I know you played hoops for a while, but what about track?
Yeah, so high school, Coach, it was, and I thanked him for it as I got older, but because early on, this was Coach Fisher's rule, and I don't know if it could be implemented or what, but Coach Fisher's rule was, hey, for you to play football or to be one of the key guys on the football team, you have to run track. And of course, I'm like, oh, Jesus, all right, why would I run track? It's not fun. People get embarrassed on the track. At least in football, it's a team sport. If you do bad, it ain't just, you're a significant person. And so Coach Fisher made us run track. So half our football team was out there running track. Well, 90% of them weren't playing baseball. You're out there on the track. He even made the baseball team before they went to baseball. I know he worked it out where they had to come and run on the track. But it was beneficial to our team. I mean, we had some guys at states. But I think I was on the 4x4 team. We would have went to the state. I think going into my junior, I didn't get to run my senior because I left early. But we would have ran, but we had a freshman that were on the freshman who had the last leg of our 4x4 team. Well, it was a 4x2 or 4x4 team, and he dropped the baton. We had a significant lead, and we did that. And I happened to be I happened to be engaged to a girl who now runs the 400 for a career. So she runs the 400, but I hated track. I absolutely hated it, but I did do it.
Now, do you still keep up with Feaster? That's another question from EH on the...
Yeah, for sure. I talked to him briefly. No, we talked for a good minute. Probably 2 weeks ago, we talked for a good minute. He's just checking in on Coach. He's doing really well. I'm excited for him. I think, I'd love to get in coaching one day, and I think if he was the right choice, I'd coach with Coach Fisher in a heartbeat. But I think right now he's just trying to happy where he at in life. Some hardcore things. I think some jobs will end up coming up one day. Maybe in Boulder Parish, and I think somebody has to come call him. And I think it has to be the right situation. I'm just happy his kids are doing well. There's 2 in college now at Baylor, so everything's good with him. I'm so excited that he's still coaching. I get to call and use him as a resource if I need anything.
Cookie Man texts in on the Bayou Bellways Trash text line. Brandon's a good dude. My 2 nephews played on the state championship runner-up team with him. He always took the time to greet my 2 boys himself. When you're a little kid, the high school quarterback is like a god. Good luck with your endeavors, and congratulations on your engagement.
Yeah, Thomas, thank you. Well, he can hear me. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Showtime says the show needs to bring Brandon on staff.
Yeah, that's up to Tim. We're not okay there. I enjoy talking to you guys. I enjoy listening. Obviously, I listen probably, I don't know, whenever I can. I go to the gym in the morning, so I'm listening. But obviously the hour difference when I was in D.C., so an hour difference, so I would have to catch it and make sure I'm listening. I catch it 4 times a week. I enjoy being on the show every time you allow me to. So
we need to talk. 318. Here's one for you. I think this is another one. I think Brandon needs to get into radio / broadcasting. Very knowledgeable, but I must say I'm kind of biased. His dad, Detroit, taught me how to play marbles in the 3rd grade.
Oh man, yeah. Well, my girlfriend, or fiance, it's hard to say that.
I understand.
It's kind of hard to say. It's kind of hard to say it because it doesn't sound like.
It sounds very grown up to say fiance.
Yeah, I know, man. It just like all my friends. Leonard is killing me every single day about it. Every time I talk to Leonard or Jamal, they're like, and Leonard even more so because he's calling every day, and this is the biggest goofball I've ever been in my life. But he's like, bro, you really want to get married? Like, why are you doing this? So I'm like, Leonard, just stop. This is the person who introduced me to my girlfriend, my fiance. Him and DJ Charles and Donnie Alexander, they introduced me to her, and now Leonard, he finds it so hard to believe that it's actually happening. But every time I'm hearing something, like, are you seriously doing it? And, he's talking about what he wants to plan and all this other stuff. But no, man, my girlfriend always told me I listen to the podcast. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. I'm not trying to critique anybody. I know it's more that goes into a game is necessary than a player's performance. I mean, it has a lot more dynamics to do with it and how everybody else is playing. So if you critique another person, it's not that you just don't know everything, the ins and outs that goes on with what that kid have to deal with, the game, and this, that, and the third. And having to be in that position for 4 years, I understand more so than I think a lot of other people. Exactly that. It's more going to a game than necessarily that person's performance. Play calling, everybody else around you. People and blaming other people for losses is not necessarily true, because I truly believe it's totally team game and a team sport. It took us from the play call all the way down to the quarterback and all the 11 guys doing what they got to do to help the team win. It's not just totally on one person's shoulder.
Brandon Harris, former Parkway Panther, former LSU Tiger, North Carolina Tar Heel, currently engaged to be married, making his way from the D.C. area to Austin, Texas. Brandon Harris, let's catch up again soon, okay?
All right, I got you.
I'm serious. Let's get together and have a chat whenever you come through town or whatever. Let's see if we can hook up. All right.
Well, listen, I'll be in probably later this afternoon. And well, you have my number. We'll talk.
Yeah. I know how to get in touch with you.
We probably have to go catch a football game tomorrow, so but we'll talk.
Sounds good to me, Brandon. Man, I appreciate you reaching out and jumping on, man. This is good stuff.
No problem. I enjoy it every time I'm on with you, Tim. All right, take care.
You too, buddy.
All right, see you.
Brandon Harris. Good stuff. Very good stuff. I liked it. I hope you did too. I liked it almost as much as I like honey baked ham. I'm a big honey baked ham fan. I mean, like a big, maybe too big. Locally owned and operated. They are fantastic people, Bill and Cindy Smith. And I'll tell you this, for the holidays, never too early to start planning for honey baked ham, but come on, man. If you're, sometimes I just have this, I got to have some ham. When I get in that mood, there's only one place, buddy. There's only one place. That's honey baked ham. Oh, mama. I love me some honey baked ham. Oh, buddy, that's good stuff. Honey baked ham, they are absolutely ready for you today. Stop on by. You'll be glad you did. Honey Baked Ham in the Southfield Shopping Center, Southfield and Uri. Supporting the Tim Fletcher Show on 1130 The Tiger. We still have 20 minutes to go, so let's have some fun with it when we return on KWKH. The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810. Donnie Brewer, Brewer Quality Homes, joining us here as always. And DB, I know things are exciting at 3830 East Texas because of a new arrival.
Yeah, we're getting Jessup Housing in, so we're very excited about this new house. It's the greatest value in a single wide on the market, 16 by 80 and $46,995, and it's loaded.
Now, when you say loaded, give me one example where this thing just kind of stands out above the rest.
It's construction, so 16-inch centers on your lumber. There's fiberglass showers and tubs instead of plastic, and porcelain lavatories. It's a very, very well-constructed house.
Brewer Quality Homes, 3830 East Texas. Everything Dottie touches turns to sold. Name a day of the week, and Daiquiri Express has got a really good deal for you, and this happens at all 5 locations. Of course, the one on Mansfield Road in front of Big Lots has the drive-through. The brand-new spot on North Market where I-49's coming through. On Uri Drive before you get to LSUS. And, of course, Shreveport-Barksdale at the base of the Barksdale Bridge. And on Pines Road near the radio station. If it's Sunday, happy hour from 4 till 8. Monday, happy hour starts early at 3. Tipsy Tuesday, $2 Jell-O shots. On Wednesday, buy one, get one free all day long. Everybody else, it's happy hour 4 to 7, no matter what day it is, at Daiquiri Express. Hitting cleanup for us here on the Tim Fletcher Show, it's First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810.
What does building a better bank look like? It starts with building Capital One cafes, warm, inviting places that feel nothing like a typical bank, where you can open an account with no fees or minimums in 5 minutes, and you'll always find people ready to help you, not sell you. Welcome to Banking Reimagined. What's in your wallet?
For consumers only. Offered by Capital One and a member FDIC. Cafes available in select locations. Copyright 2018 Capital One.
My lawn's been worn out by summer. Not to mention by my kids.
This year, use Scott's in the fall. Just one more feeding gives your grass the nourishment it needs to recover from the wear and tear of summer, while also building resilient roots to help prevent a weak, thin lawn next spring.
This fall, my kids and my grass are back out to play.
This is a Scott's Yard. Now's the time to feed your lawn. Pick up a bag of Scott's Winter Guard today.
Headphones, case, charger. Walmart has everything.
Oh, you must love your phone.
Yeah, but I could use a break from my mobile bill.
Switch to Walmart Family Mobile. They have unlimited plans starting as low as $24.88 a month.
I can dump my old plan, but keep my phone and number?
Text BYOP to 611-611 to check your phone's compatibility. Easy. Get everything you love about Walmart and mobile. Walmart Family Mobile. Standard messaging and data rates may apply. Always refer to the privacy policy at myfamilymobile.com/privacy policy and terms and conditions at myfamilymobile.com/terms and conditions.
It's time. Fall deal days are here at JCPenney.
JCPenney has Home Expressions bath towels for $2.99.
What? Tell me more.
How about a 2.5-liter Cook's air fryer for $29.99 after $20 mail-in rebate?
I'm going now.
And she left without me. Hurry into fall deal days at JCPenney with great finds for your home. Plus, get $10 off when you spend $25 with coupon. JCPenney. Style and value for all. Coupon valid 9/27 to 9/30. Conditions and exclusions apply. See store jcp.com for details.
At AutoZone, helping you get more done is what we do best. Like with the AutoZone Rewards program, you'll earn a $20 reward every time you spend $20 or more 5 times. It's just one more way to get more done. Right now, save on 5 quarts of Valvoline Daily Protection Conventional or Max Life High Mileage Motor Oil and an STP oil filter for $25.99. Visit any of our 5,500 locations nationwide and let us do more for you. See terms at AutoZone.com/rewards. Restrictions and details in store.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
A hyperconverged infrastructure simplifies your data center, simplifies storage, and simplifies maintenance and scalability. However, implementing all that simplicity can get rather complicated. That's why CDW has solution architects to help you cut through the clutter and determine the right workloads to move to a hyperconverged infrastructure to maximize productivity, increase efficiency, and deliver simplicity. Visit cdw.com/datacenter to learn more about hyperconverged infrastructure solutions. CDW, people who get it.
With hunting season right around the corner, it's time to start thinking about your food plots.
And if you want great personalized customer service, look no further than my buddy Paul Davis at Paul's Farm and Garden. He's got all kinds of deer feeds like corn and rice bran, flavored rice bran, nut grub, Mobucks, and Purina protein feed. Paul's has feeders and spreaders too, and of course everything you need for your livestock and pets. Stop by and see Paul and the crew today at Paul's Farm and Garden on North Market, just north of downtown Shreveport.
Sheets, pillows, towels.
Wow, your cart is overflowing.
I love that I can save at Walmart on everything I need for surprise visits from the in-laws.
If you love to save, switch to Walmart Family Mobile. Their unlimited plans start as low as $24.88 a month, all powered by T-Mobile.
$24.88? Who knew?
See, some surprises save you money. Learn more at myfamilymobile.com. Get everything you love about Walmart and mobile. Walmart Family Mobile. Always refer to the latest terms and conditions of service at myfamilymobile.com.
Coaches Conversations brought to you by First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice your last call.
Welcome back, everybody. 11:30, the Tiger. Glad to have had Brandon Harris jump on with us and spill a little bit on what's happening with his life, what's going on with, he thinks, with LSU, Ensminger, Alabama, Kelly Bryant, you name it. He was all over it, buddy. We are glad that you are hanging out with us on this Thursday, September 27th. Our little program comes at you every single day. Thanks to the good folks over at Rotolo's Craft and Crust on East 70th. Rotolo's Pizza in Bossier City on Benton Road. Yesterday, we picked up a couple of calzones, took advantage of that incredible deal going on yesterday at the Shreveport location. But I got to tell you, man, if you have not tried their cauliflower pizza crust, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I know that some of you are going to say the first thing out of your mouth was, oh, cauliflower, come on. I don't want any veggies. I like meat and cheese. It tastes just like regular pizza crust. It does. You're going to be blown away. It's healthier. Okay? So do something healthy with your life. Get that cauliflower crust pizza. Rotolo's Craft and Crust. Shreveport on East 70th near Fern Avenue. Rotolo's Pizza on Benton Road in Bossier City. Hyrel says, is Brandon done with football? Yeah, he's done with playing, I believe, but he wants to really get into the coaching thing. So I think he's got the right mindset for it. 318, I just got in the car and I heard Brandon on the radio. Please, what's he up to now? I missed that kid. Well, he's on his way to Austin. He's engaged to a young lady who is a professional track athlete who trains in Austin. So they've been kind of hanging around in Washington, D.C., driving down. He was in Tennessee when he called, so he is making his way down to Austin, Texas. I know he wants to get into coaching. He stays in touch with David Feaster, as you would expect. They were very close. They still are. Captain Insano wanted to know, asked Brandon how he'd like to play for Owen Ensminger. He kind of touched on that. He said Ensminger is a great quarterback coach, but he is tough on quarterbacks. But Brandon said, that's what I like. I like guys to be tough on you. And he said that Ensminger has done that. Coach Orgeron, he says what a lot of people have said. He's hired good people around him. Now, Brandon doesn't feel like Dave Aranda is going to be hanging around too long with the LSU Tigers. He thinks he's got a head coaching job waiting on him sometime very, very soon. That'll be interesting how Aranda handles that. He's getting paid quite handsomely to not have to worry about all the headaches that come with being, and the pressure that comes with being a head football coach. A whole lot less pressure on those who are under the head football coach. So good stuff. He also dished on the whole transfer situation, Kelly Bryant, who he knows. All of that we'll place on our SoundCloud page. You can go to soundcloud.com after the show every day and be able to listen to all the different segments, all of our different interviews with the coaches, the phone interview that we just had with Brandon, the calls that we take, Adam and I, every day on SoundCloud.com. Just search Tim Fletcher Show. And if that's too much for you, Follow our show Twitter account at Fletch Worldwide, and we're going to make sure that those segments on SoundCloud make it onto Twitter, so all you have to do is follow on Twitter, click on the link, and you're there. You don't even have to go to SoundCloud. We will take you there for you. That's how nice we are. Now, for those that are still alive in the Bayou Bell Waste Survivor Pool, I'm happy for you. Look at you. Mr. Show-Off. Aren't you something? Get those picks in. If you're picking tonight's game, Rams or Vikings, Vikings. Did a lot of us in last week. Con, Sarnett, and Corn Ponent. But if you're picking tonight's game, you've got to get your picks in by 6 p.m. for tonight's game. They'll be time-stamped, so I'll know when you get those picks in. Otherwise, if you're picking a Sunday game, you have to get your picks in by 10 a.m. tomorrow. If you do not get your picks in, you are out of the contest. And at this point, as you're one of the final, 35, 38, something like that, 37, you're this close to winning $1,000. Don't blow it. Whatever you do, now's not the time to blow it. Tim Fletcher Show, 11:30 The Tiger. Brought to you by the wonderful folks with the Mudbugs, hockey.com, the Mudbugs. They're on the road for a little while. They won't be back in town to play until October 12th, that weekend. Get your tickets at mudbugshockey.com. You want to be there for their games. Hitting cleanup for us here on the Tim Fletcher Show. It's First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810. Where else would you find incredible Red River hayride along with roasted bone marrow? Where else would you find Heliopolis from Red River Brewing and pork cracklins all in one place, all fresh? That's Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall in downtown Shreveport. They're open from Hump Day to Holy Day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. The Bayou Bell Waste Boys are in studio with us. Clint McCullough, Russell Hall. It's got to be so fun working with people you care so much about.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have a great time every day, and I tell you, it's just so fulfilling to be able to support the local economy and hire people and be able to support families. We absolutely have a blast every day, and we certainly appreciate all your support.
Bayou Bell Waste, 671-9900, BayouBellWaste.com. Donnie Brewer joining us from Brewer Quality Homes. Donnie, you guys have been in business 45 years. How have you done this?
You know, we carry an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. We have a family business that's been around forever. We hire only the best employees, the people that care more about our customers than anyone else, and we're providing energy smart homes.
3830 East Texas, Bossier City, your physical address. Brewer Quality Homes on the web. Brewer Quality Homes. What are you really looking for in a bank? Customer service? Of course. You want that personal touch, right? Sure. You want a safe place, someplace you know that your money's going to be and it's going to grow, be there for you when you need it. Perfect. Technological advances. Yeah, that's one thing that you look for, right? Being able to bank anywhere, anytime, everywhere. You get all of that and more with Gibbsland Bank and Trust. The great banking team. Mansfield Road, Williamson Way, East Texas and Bossier City. The great banking team of Gibbsland Bank and Trust.
11:30 The Tiger is your home for Wrestling Observer Live, weekdays at 2 p.m., where we talk pro wrestling from around the globe. Catch us this afternoon at 2, right here on 11:30 The Tiger.
11:30 The Tiger.
Welcome back, everybody. 11:30 The Tiger. Tim Fletcher Show with you on this fantastic day. A reminder that Hanging with Hester comes your way this afternoon, 4 o'clock until 5 o'clock, every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and from 5 to 6, we've got Sports Talk with JJ and Bonsai Ben. Did you tune in last night to Talking Tiger Football with Tony T? Hope so. He's on every Wednesday, 8 to 9. The Coach O Show from 7 to 8 every Wednesday. And that's preceded by I Bowl Weekly, a closer look at what's happening with the Independence Bowl from Walk-On's Bistro and Bar Independence Bowl, might I add. So, Wednesdays are a big deal around here. Thursdays are a big deal. Tomorrow night, Fridays become really huge over on 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Adam Hester, myself, and Puff will be guiding you through the entire Friday night lights of football from 7 p.m. until 10:30 p.m. We are on the air with our cavalcade of correspondents sprinkled throughout the northwestern part of our state, covering games, giving us reports every single day, every single game. We've got people out giving you updates to keep you well informed. And here's the deal. You can be at, let's say you're at the Southwood North Webster game, but you want to know what's happening at the Bossier game. Download the Keel app. Download the Tiger app. They're free. Okay? The Tiger app, you download it, you can listen to all of our shows here in broadcast quality studio sound. It's fantastic. And you'll get a reminder sent to you on Fridays about, hey, go over to Keel. We got Friday Football Frenzy starting. And if you download the Keel app, wherever you are on Friday night, whether you're in the car, whether you're at the stadium, whether you're at the restaurant, maybe you're at a wedding, put in your earbuds. You can listen to us as if you're in studio with Adam and Puff and myself. Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. You know it by the feeling. Chevyland, your home for $12,000 off. That's right, $12,000 off the Silverado Texas Edition LT with GM financing, trade assistance. This deal expires September 30th. It will be over on September 30th. Don't wait too long. Fist Pump says, I'm taking the Chargers this week in Survivor. If you were still in, who would you ride with? If I was still in. Boy, that just hurts. Was that the unintentional but intentional kind of The Chargers would certainly be someone to strongly consider, mainly because of who they're playing. Yes, the Chargers would be who I would ride with, but I may have already used the Chargers. Have I? I don't think I'd used the Chargers yet. Ravens, Rams, Vikings. No, yeah, I'd have the Chargers would be my pick this week. I think the Rams are a train wreck. C.J. Beathard is not going to scare too many people. There's not a lot going on with the running game. McKinnon's done for the year. Sherman's out. Their defense is lacking. Phillip Rivers, I think, is going to have a field day. He's having about a 71% completion percentage year. 3 games in, he's averaging 302 yards per game, almost 3 touchdowns per game. I think this could be a big game for Phillip Rivers. A big game. If you've already taken the Chargers, I tell you what, I'd take the Falcons. They've got the Bengals coming in. I don't think there's any way Atlanta loses at home to the Bengals. They're a 5.5-point favorite over Cincinnati. Cincinnati knocked off the unbeaten perch last week. Jacob Hester and I last week were talking about the 2-0 teams that were fakers or the 0-2 teams that were makers. I said the Bengals were a 2-0 fake. I don't see how they were 2-0. I don't think they're going to be any good. I think I even said I could see them being 3-5 here before too long, looking at when we take a look at their schedule a little further in advance. So, yeah, I am not one to I ain't too high on them Cincinnati Bengals. So the Falcons, yeah, I'd take that. If you haven't taken the Packers, that's a pretty good bet. Can Buffalo go back-to-back weeks and absolutely rain on a Midwestern parade? That's asking a whole lot of a rookie quarterback who now the Packers have defense, the defensive staff, have a full game to look at Allen's ability. So I think they're going to be able to solve the young buck rookie and see what happens. I don't think Josh Allen is going to be able to be leaping over tall buildings like he was last week. You know what I mean? So I think there's several choices, in other words, for you. Tim Fletcher Show, 11:30 The Tiger. We are out of here. We'd like to say thanks to our friend Thomas LaValle. We miss him. We loved him. He was a good man. Taken away from us too soon. Badge 1284, rest in peace. It was a tough day for my lovely bride. Rest in peace, Reagan. Good man. So let's all take care of each other, kids. All right, do your best. See you guys later on this afternoon.
11:30 The Tiger.